Okay. All I know is I'm hungry now. It's just like, yeah, it's like a spicy like sauce you put over like rice and meat and potatoes and stuff.
Well, not in the fourth quarter. Dude, if you listen, it's not even shoots like this. It's working. Oh my god, the audio's stuck. Okay, the audio's stuck.
Shit.
Send it out.
I would say like
It's not the end of the world.
Oh, he ate one.
That's how our audio sounds.
Some bees in here. Oh yeah.
Wow.
oh damn, it's so crunchy.
Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe we'll just do the microphone camera tonight.
They're great.
They're great.
I like that one.
Wow. Love cookies and beers? Hang on.
They have such a snap to their skin.
Hey Dave, can you say something please? No, just like normal.
Oh.
To see if the camera picks it up.
Josh thinks that buzz is being caused from the vent.
Is what?
It's a vent right above it. He's wondering if that's interfering with the vent. So whatever ambient noise is interfering with it.
It's not ambient noise, I'm just saying. That's interference from somewhere. You hear that hum from whatever electronics that is, the vent or electronics or lights.
That doesn't sound terrible, but
It's that
There's
fucking
something
switch.
there.
Is your switch on?
Shut up! Well, that's gonna be good enough for tonight.
Should we move some of the electronics away from there? Would that better?
It's just stop with it all.
It's that Pringles flavor.
Will you stop?
It's aluminum too.
Oh my god, you people.
Oh, we're streaming right now. It's clear that it's a sports ball game. We gotta turn it off.
It's true.
It's a score.
the switch in portable mode puts up so much radiation.
Or is commercial to commercial.
How much time was left?
Commercial.
It's because that Joy-Con is using up all of the signal in this room to stay connected.
It was like 116 to like 106. No, like 7 minutes left.
7 minutes left? Okay, the game will be over in about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Bad feedback on the screen from Palmer.
Huh?
Palmer says the feedback on the screen! Exclamation.
I know. I'm listening to it right now.
So,
That's when I got rid of it when I unplugged it. So.
You know there's some feedback, right?
You notice some feedback, right?
You're gonna hear it in 5 seconds.
It's like the echo show. You just keep making it.
Oh, then they're gonna, if you start showing that, it's gonna be, oh no.
Oh, we destroyed those. What's next?
Yeah, bananas,
We had some grapes, but they're gone.
That's all we have?
Well, that helps.
my Chippewa cookie better still be there when they wake up.
Oreos are gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, the good Oreos are gone.
Yeah, the Pop Rock ones.
Ugh. Those did nothing for me.
They didn't even pop that much. I was so
No.
sad.
They do with more milk.
It was like a light rumble.
They
Well,
did.
maybe if you're using whole milk, but
No, I'm just. Jesus Christ.
I mean, I was gonna say, get that garbage.
I was gonna say, how would you know that it works with milk when we don't have it?
We got white water.
White water.
white water for men.
Okay,
So where's this one going?
Should be inverse.
Please speak in the mic, Emma.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Okay.
Yeah.
Josh,
Yes, sir.
talk normal, please.
Talking normal. Sound of talk.
the Nintendo Switch is a better platform than the Vita ever was.
Yes, it is. Dave?
You know there's feedback, right?
Talk again, please.
Check, check. Hello.
It's you. Should be him. Let's see. Is the switch on?
Just
No, it's
Talk again.
check, check. This is a Switch, not a Nintendo Switch.
Try again.
Check, 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 check,
Try again.
check. Hello.
Nothing for you. Unplug it, plug it back in. Check 1, 2, check. Yeah, that. It's a Nintendo cartridge.
If it actually works, shut your hole.
It didn't work. So let's try it from cable. Oh, you know what? Try it.
What's it now?
Turn it on.
East Squad Road.
Alright, go
Did you
ahead.
try turning it on and off again?
Keep going.
Check, check, check.
Alright. What did you say? One more time?
Check, 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 check.
Alright.
What are we doing?
podcast.
No, we're like EA.
Well, you guys, I mean, we're relying on you guys for,
I'm gonna say you want to grab your computer, or you just gonna do everything.
I wrote everything.
Yeah, you wrote
The only thing I don't have
But I'm-
notes for is EA.
You go to feedback post, bang
Yeah.
your feedback post for every comments. On the side.
Oh, I can just. I'll just hold that now. Because EA's know what I do.
I'm gonna snuggle between you two.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Comfy couch.
Are we on YouTube?
So what is it first? It's
EA.
Yeah.
EA.
I don't pull up Palmer's stuff.
I was driving for that, so I had no clue.
I was being.
But I guess we went to EA Play.
Us? The internet? Okay, almost there. I guess. Whoa.
Shut up.
Hello from E3 2017. We are here in our palatial Airbnb. Those that are, I don't know, crazy enough to be watching us on YouTube, hi. Unfortunately, we only have the microphone for the camera working tonight, but if you have any questions, try to put them on the stream or on the chat on the stream, and we'll try to answer those. But this is Monday today? I just pulled her So we want to talk about the press conferences and what we've been able to do so far. Not much, but hey, get something out there. So here we've got Josh Langford.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Watching hockey on your phone or?
No, hockey ended last night.
Well, shit. Then we just might as well stop.
Well, basketball has a minute 31 to go, so
All right.
now we'll check in
All
on it
right.
and see if the game has ended yet.
All right. And GameStop leads 3-1. All right. Then we got the first motherfucking MJC. What's up?
Power to the players, I guess.
Yeah,
Is that
sure.
happening?
Yeah. You want to trade those 5 games in for 30 cents, sir?
Yes, I do. I
All
have
right.
so many copies of 2K.
And the immortal Destiny Dave.
What's going on, everybody?
He got to show up on the live stream tonight from PlayStation when Destiny 2 came on the screen.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, I don't know if they had it on at the time, but they had the camera right on you and I. And then the wood chipper, Amra, what's up?
Hey, it's okay to listen this year, guys. I'm back.
Yeah, he decided that going to work for GameStop wouldn't get him a job at Game Informer.
If I would have stayed there, showed my chops.
Yeah, I'm sure they would have ran in. Andrew Reiner would have ran into your GameStop. Dude, you gotta come work for us.
And please buy more stuff on the affiliate link so we can pay for Emmer's food bill.
Yes. Oh my God. That's what I was looking for. And then to my right, Andy, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
He smartly brought his he brought his PS4 so that we can play some stuff.
I think there's only one Scorpion inside right now, so we're good.
Well, I mean, that can only be inside the Xbox.
Yeah,
X.
that's true.
X. So many X's. So first up, I guess we'll talk about EA Play, which we actually went to right when we got off the planes on Saturday. But none of us watched the conference though, did we? 'Cause we were all, I was driving around the airport and everybody was. But do we have kind of a list of what happened there?
We're going off Ben Palmer's right
Oh,
up.
don't say the name.
Off of
Give 'em all
Palmer's
power.
right up? Well, then it's going to be all fucked up.
Just
Is this going to be about, it's going to have a thumbs up or thumbs down if it comes with an LE or not, collector's edition.
Yeah.
So, where are we starting with here?
Madden. Started with Madden, showed off the long shot story, which Josh got to see.
Yeah,
Ah, man. Golden State won.
I did.
Yay. Yay, LeBron didn't win. Yay. Alright, so you saw that Madden thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So what'd you think?
It's pretty cool.
Because we all thought it was kind of,
It's not FIFA.
right.
It's not. It's handled entirely different. It's an entire. It's like a movie. It's like a full-on movie that you're playing in at certain points. And you're playing a lot of high school football.
So you're actually playing high school football?
Yeah.
Because you were telling me something happens later on too, but okay, I didn't know if that all played out or if you actually played it.
Yeah, you actually play it. Like the first part I saw that I got to play actually was there's 2 characters you're playing as, and one's the quarterback, one's a wide receiver, and something happens to the quarterback late in the game. They're getting blown out, and one of the coaches is father to one of the 2 kids you're playing.
Okay.
And they're like, all right, look, we're getting blown out anyway. It's your turn. Go in. Both of you go in. And then you play as the quarterback, and it's a whole thing about trying to get the team back in the game, trying to score a touchdown first, and then try to actually get back in the game.
Do you get to tell the coach that or your dad that you don't want his life?
No.
I don't want your life.
You don't really have much choices at all. They're calling the plays. It's high school football.
So it's just like
the coaches
situational.
are
They're
calling
throwing you in.
plays.
Okay.
And they tell you, you start and here's the play. But as the quarterback, you can run, which I did at one point, which was kind of cool. But it took me 3 plays and I scored a touchdown.
Nice.
There was some major site was waiting. They were doing an interview, and I was like, guys, I've been here for like 20 minutes. It's cold. I'll just stop here. I was like, just let me get this touchdown. And then I went, oh shit, nice.
Good job.
So I got the touchdown and I moved on. But it's being handled differently than FIFA, and it actually
Which is
was
good.
really cool.
Yeah.
They wanted to go their own way with it. So you're a kid that was like that looked to be this huge superstar, or both of these 2, and then wash out in college. Something happens.
Sure.
And then it's kind of the all these flashbacks to when you were a kid and in high school, and you've got like Dan Marino, I think, is your mentor.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Is it always going to be Marino? Well, probably,
Yeah.
yeah, because it's
And
it's a pretty good.
he's there helping you, and you have all these things that you can. They said there are multiple endings to it, and you might not make it to the NFL. You might do this, you might do that. You could be anywhere at the end of the game.
Like if you don't make it, you end up having to be
Like car wash.
Yeah, like working a car wash for 20 years and then get to the end of the game.
So then there's a car wash simulator that you have to work through.
Is there a mini game for prom night when you ruin the prom queen's life?
Or no, when she pops holes with a pin in the condom so that she traps you.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, when you become a star.
Well, that's a mini game.
Expansion pass.
Pick the right condom mini game.
I
What's
asked,
that website we found on the way back?
Usingcondom.com.
There we go.
and the most obvious question, which jumped to my mind immediately, and I asked them, and they gave me the non-denial denial.
Sure.
Is that I said, so if you do everything in a certain way and get those guys where they're going to go to the NFL, do I then get to carry them over into Madden proper and use them as like created players almost?
Sure.
And
Like part of the shop.
have an NFL career with them? They said, well, we're not talking about anything like that right now. But there's all these options of what could happen, and we don't know. So clearly, that's part of what's going to happen. You're also going to unlock tons of stuff for Madden Ultimate Team,
Sure.
and stuff like that.
Of course.
with it. But yeah, it's more than likely if you get these guys to the NFL, you'll be able to continue with them in the NFL, which would be awesome because
Yeah.
they're invested. You have a whole backstory for them, and you've lived this life with them.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing started. I told you at EA, they're kids in
Right.
the front yard playing, and they're from Texas, and the father says, "All right, you guys are Texans, right?" And they're, "We're not Texans, we're the Cowboys." And the father has on like an old Houston Oilers jacket,
Right.
which just made me laugh.
That's great.
I was talking to the developers about that, but yeah, you get invested in their story and the whole thing. So carrying them over into a career in
Yeah.
Madden would be fantastic.
That's pretty cool. I mean, it's that road to the show feel to it. So it interests me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really neat. Cool. All right, what was next?
Battlefield 1 expansion. They're adding 6 new maps, and then it's going to keep going to the Women's Battalion of Death.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's something about a czar, like.
Name of the Czar.
Right. Yeah, I didn't get to see anything for that except for a trailer. So.
Yeah, and then they're going to reveal more at Gamescom. Is what they ended with.
Seriously?
According to
Oh, well, it's DICE proper, so yeah.
It comes out in September, I believe, so that's right.
Oh, yeah.
Gamescom is right at the end of August.
Well, there you go.
most of the battles took place for Gamescom.
Yeah, not really
At
until
least
the
in the
end.
country, yeah.
Yeah.
Closer than Los Angeles.
Yes, definitely closer to Los Angeles or Tokyo.
Then they go to FIFA 18.
All right. What was new with that? Well, didn't they do like Pez? They signed a new soccer player,
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo. Is Ronaldo there?
He was doing the motion.
No, it's an old Turkey Boys thing. Forget it. Sorry.
And then it sounds like what's up next with Alex Hunter. I guess that was the character from the story mode.
Oh, okay.
So the Journey Hunter returns.
I thought, wasn't that the one that I heard that you could actually kind of create your own player this time too? Or was that something else, I wonder?
I don't know. I know NBA Live has a create your own.
Oh, maybe that's
take a
what it
player
was.
From the street
Yeah.
to the.
Because you guys were watching it in the back seat while we were driving over, and I was
The
just kind of
one-
getting bits and pieces.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Then after that, we had Need for Speed Payback.
Which, Emma, you got to play that, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
What'd you think?
I thought it was pretty fantastic.
And you played it on PC, but did they have a controller for you, or did you play it on the keyboard?
No, I played with an Xbox
Oh
controller.
my god.
Did it burn?
Yeah.
I bet.
On a scale from 1 to Paradise, how burnout was it?
You have a little bit of crashing on the story mode missions. You have a little bit of running people off the road and the slow
Yeah.
down camera and all that. That was really bad.
It looked better. It looks a lot more open world now, because the first one it was kind of in their fictional Los Angeles, and it was always nighttime.
Yeah.
This the stuff I was seeing because I was watching people play it.
Blue Arrow, the proper answer was Hot Pursuit.
Like we can remember all these Need for Speed
Hot
titles.
Pursuit was the last big one.
Did you feel like you were most wanted?
Did it rival you?
Okay, so
It's
right
not
off the
even
bat,
angry right now.
Wow. So this is what happens when Emmer hasn't eaten in like 3 hours.
yeah,
He's
well,
just done.
you
Tank is
wanna
on.
We
know
need to
that.
have a review because Emma ate everything that was there but the hot dogs.
The hot dogs are good. I don't
Yeah,
even
they
like hot
were great.
dogs. I never eat hot dogs.
We need to move
The
over
pretzel
from
buns? Oh, man.
finger
Yeah.
food to like actual entrees.
Well, they had that chicken. That was pretty substantial. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's later on. All
We're
right.
gonna sidetrack the fuck out of this
Yeah.
podcast.
So Need for Speed, we got past that.
We got past Need for Speed, and then we got the new game from the developers of Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons.
Yeah, I didn't see anything on this.
Yeah, it was open a room, but they were booked like
Okay.
all weekend. It's called A Way Out.
Yeah,
It's a co-op game, split screen co-op game.
and it's co-op only, right?
Yes, yeah, it's co-op only.
And then do we ever find out there's like AI co-op, or you actually have to play with somebody else?
No, it just says split screen co-op gameplay.
Wow.
I don't know what
Okay.
details are for that. It's a story of two strangers looking to partner up and break out of a prison,
Mm.
and adventure ensues.
Sounds like that Schwarzenegger Stallone movie.
Escape plan?
Escape Plan. Yeah. Wow. Look at you.
Yeah. so
Every
I-
movie on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not on
A Way Out is a co-op only game.
it. Yep.
Wow, that's
Ballsy.
Well,
ballsy. Yeah.
And then after that, we had the BioWare game, Anthem. But
Yeah.
that was only a short preview because they did the big reveal at Microsoft.
Yeah.
Still don't
Where
really know what it is.
Josh was making it, or some, you said something about Rocketeer, and then I thought Iron Man too.
I thought of
Yeah.
Dark Void.
Dark Void, yeah, definitely. Yeah. It looks cool. It looks really cool, but again, we don't know if it's going to be more BioWare RPG-ish, or if
it's
there's a
Mass
dice roll with
Effect,
every shot.
But then they came over that hill and you could see that structure in the background. It was Robinson.
Yeah, yeah.
We're lifting stuff from all these other games, clearly.
I mean, they showed more of it at the end of the Xbox press conference.
Right.
They showed a little bit more, like jumping into like some type of mech suit of sort.
But the big question is it more Mass Effect 3 or Mass Effect 1?
Or Mass Effect Andromeda.
Or is it in the middle in Mass Effect 2?
Well, the bits and pieces that I picked up is that you can build your armor suit to how you want
Yeah.
in your play style. So you could probably be like tankish or quick or.
Well, they even said even customization, like in terms of your paint job and everything too, so they want to make it very personalized.
They
It looks cool. I mean,
They didn't go in about any of the sex though, so.
yeah. Can't have like mech suit sex.
I mean, you do get into the mech. You're
that's
inside the
right.
mech.
Yes.
That's pretty
cool.
cool.
Oh, that's hot.
Wow.
Yeah, Palmer says that Way Out is co-op only, like Josh said, and there's no matchmaking.
Oh, so they're doing the journey route, so you can do online. That's interesting.
Well, it said,
Well, I don't know if that means no matchmaking, like you can't play with anybody unless you invite somebody to the game, or if it means random, you know.
Yeah, maybe.
okay, so the writer-director at Hazel said the idea for A Way Out came when me and a friend tried to find a story-driven co-op game that wasn't a drop-in, drop-out experience. We simply could not find a game like that.
Because wasn't the whole gist of Brothers that was you controlled one with the left stick and one with the right stick?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we had NBA Live, which we had a field day watching that.
We were watching NBA Live.
Yeah, we are.
It's over.
What was it? Josh, I think probably had the best take on that.
NBA Live. how
Where they showed him
slow
dribble?
motion.
The NBA Live when you were watching it in the car.
The sneak preview we got in the car, like Kevin Durant crossing over.
Remember they kept like pausing it every 2
Frame.
seconds to
there
show
was-
frame by frame of
Yeah,
the dribble.
the whole thing lasted about, what, like
It was probably over a minute.
over a minute,
Yeah, it's
but they
about 5
really
seconds
only
play.
showed about 4 or 5 seconds of gameplay because it was all in super slow mo, and then they would pause it and talk about something, and then they would move a little bit
Yeah.
forward, pause it, and talk about something. Yeah, it was all about 5 seconds of gameplay.
But did you guys get to see a little bit of it at the?
I got to watch someone else play it. 'Cause
Okay.
They were all booked up.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked fine. It's kind of hard to tell because like they were mostly in the menus because they're teaching people how to play the basketball game.
Okay.
Which that was a problem with the last live that came out is the gameplay, there was something wrong with it that they even started like, we're going to do live streams to teach you guys how
Oh.
to play the game better.
See, it was weird because I had played that last one and I thought it was. I mean, I'm not any expert by any means. I don't play 2K or anything, but I thought it was fine.
And the gameplay was alright, but it was very buggy.
Right.
There were all kinds of issues with it, and I mean, it wasn't anywhere near as refined as 2K was.
Right.
And then you get that weirdness where the shorts would disappear and just go, everything would be invisible.
Yep.
You'd have like a torso and legs, and everything else would be invisible in between. There were all kinds of weird, fucked up bugs in there.
Weird.
They're also in, basketball games are in this rough transition right now in general of like what's next. Because, they're trying to do these more advanced controls where you're like spinning the analog stick to take your shot and stuff like that. 2K's done a pretty good job of like slowly ramping that into their games. But like with NBA Live missing as much time as they've missed, there's going to be a learning curve again.
I'm surprised we haven't seen anything at any of these press conferences for NBA 2K. I honestly thought we'd see that at Microsoft or something.
It might be on the floor. 2K.
Well, they have a booth, but we don't have they didn't do any appointments, nothing. As they usually don't.
They're gonna mock me. They're gonna have the closed door where the wrestling game's supposedly at.
Yeah.
I can't get
So
to it.
the main reason, like, we're going over this stuff just so everyone knows that, so EA Live was, the first time that the whole team has gotten to go to the event in a couple of years.
Well, it's only been a couple of years. Last
Right.
year
Well,
was
I
the
mean,
first
even
time.
like in the booth, and like, so essentially
Right.
we were quote unquote in EA's booth this year.
Right, and it was way up on Sunset Boulevard, so we missed the press conferences. Everybody was landing all that, and we drove up there, and the line was like around the
Outside
block.
was packed. They had like
Yeah.
little mini stations, probably of like 16 or 20 TVs per game,
Yeah.
and it was packed, and we were able to go inside. The only problem going inside into the content creator area was they had 2 TVs and 4 controllers for each game.
Yeah. And apparently you had to have like appointments or make an appointment when you were there, but they were all taken up for the day. So we didn't get to do a lot more than what we had an appointment for. But we were sneaky.
I was just trying to give people the gist of like why it's so
Sure.
kind of like a high view right now.
You're like,
Yeah, well, I'm trying to do multiple things.
I know, so just pay attention.
Yeah,
So the guy that talked earlier like this.
Yeah, no, that's true. All right, next.
EA went over some charity work they do.
Okay.
And then Bummer wrote, since EA is giving back to the players with free access to designated titles through Origins, EA access and free trials on PlayStation 4.
Right.
So that's coming over finally.
Sure.
And then we got Battlefront 2.
Yeah, and Janina was up on stage to announce it. Everybody was very complimentary of her on Twitter. Like, somebody said something like, "Oh, look, somebody that finally looks like they practiced."
I think there was yeah.
So that's why we were there originally. Was I had an appointment for to play Battlefront 2 and be able to record footage. So there actually is one video up already, and I've got to edit some more together. I just haven't had time because I was working on some other stuff. But it was cool because then Dave got to sit down because somebody else didn't show up. So Dave sat down and played for a while, and then these other guys. Well, actually, Josh, you didn't, and did you play?
Oh yeah, I played a lot.
Yeah. Did you play Battlefront? You didn't. No.
I didn't want to play with a keyboard and mouse and everything.
Well, but it was about getting the footage and trying it out.
Yeah, well, that's, everybody else played it, it was fine.
Okay.
It's no big deal.
I was just trying to remember who played and who didn't. Yeah. I liked it. I mean, obviously we were playing with a keyboard and mouse, but it looked gorgeous. It was fun to play. We were on the droid side, so we were using all the.
That's awesome.
Roger. But I built up enough points that I could use one of the bigger battle droids, which was pretty cool. And we got some great footage. So more of that will go up on the YouTube channel. But what did you guys think?
Yeah, played real well.
It's kind of tough because it was only one level and.
Yeah.
And the thing is, that they're showing multiplayer again, which is the easiest thing to show to the masses at one time. But
Sure.
it just was more Battlefront.
And it was also a lot of like media and journalists who don't know.
Which isn't a terrible
I
thing.
didn't
It's
really want to play. It's like,
Well, yeah, it's
not a
neat
terrible
to-
thing. That it's more of it's
Yeah.
looks like it's going to be more and better of what we just got.
yeah, exactly.
It was an interesting multi-pronged kind of mode, just where once we got to a certain point, and it would shift to
Yeah, it was objective
indoors,
space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Story
that would also
mode
change
multiplayer.
which heroes you could get. Like
Right.
when you're outside, you could actually get enough points. You could get into one of the big tanks. Whereas once you got inside, you couldn't pick one of the tanks. You had to pick the battle droid, Murder
Right.
droid or Darth Maul or I think Boba Fett was the other one.
Yeah, Ray was one of them. Boba Fett. Well, Ray was on the other side.
Yeah.
Darth Maul.
Darth Maul. I mean, it was neat, but it's really tough to like make an assumption about the rest of the game because the big thing is the campaign. You know, they finally added a campaign this time, which everybody wanted, and you know that's where our favorite podcast guest ever, Janina, comes in. And you know, they showed some a little bit from on the trailer, that sort of thing, but I haven't really seen it yet. But you know, the campaign is kind of up in the air right now. We don't really know anything about it, and I personally was hoping that maybe we saw another VR announcement for Star Wars at Sony tonight, but we didn't. So it's
There's no mention. Palmer asked in the chat about anything about VR. We have not heard anything about VR for Battlefront this weekend.
No. So I don't think we have a date for Battlefront 2 yet, do we?
11/7.
Is
I thought
it?
the poster said.
Oh man, that's a pack.
Yeah, there's a giant poster on it.
Yeah, I think it's that
Yeah,
playlist.
yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
11/7 or 11/17 or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
November.
I mean, it's exciting. I really do want to play a campaign in it. I'm really hoping that they kind of fix the squad stuff in it and make it easier to join up with your friends to play. That's the biggest thing,
They said 3 times the content of the original Battlefront.
which is crazy.
I
The
mean,
original one
is
is
that
a lot.
hard?
The original one's a lot.
After the expansions.
Well, yeah, but I think they're talking about that as well.
Okay.
Because I mean, there was such a shitload of DLC. It was pretty good.
No, but it was like.
And there will
buy
be
the
no,
game and
well,
then
there's no,
$80.
but there's no season pass. No, all the DLC that they're releasing for Battlefront 2
Right.
is all included
Right.
in the original packaging. Like there's no season pass, no expansions.
I was happy with the amount of content. There's a lot there. Whatever, you're never happy.
With that stuff, yeah. I like stuff that's good.
I really like Battlefront. I just didn't like the fact that it was almost impossible to join up with your friends and play.
Yeah.
That system was 99% broken. It would work every now and then, and that was it. So that pissed me off. But I love the game.
Okay, that was it for EA. We were pretty much done after the Battlefield.
Yeah,
Go
we were all
back.
ready to go get dinner and come get checked in.
So that brings us, that's end of that. We went to Philly Figueroa
Yes, we did.
before the EA.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Right from the airport to Philly, Figueroa.
Did you get your tasty cakes?
Figueroa, Philly.
I think that's
So, yeah.
or somebody did.
Emmer got it.
Emmer got it,
Yeah,
right?
that's- got the credits, man.
To supplement his, what, 3 Philly?
No, you had 2.
2.
Because I had 2
Oh,
as
okay.
well. Yeah, I was
Oh,
starving.
Exactly.
I was starving.
I kind
Don't
of it's kind of the
make him
rubber balls
hungry.
and the thing, so, yeah.
He gets 2 everywhere. He had 2 fat burgers.
How did you do that? You finished before me.
Well, I mean, I don't believe in side dishes.
Oh yeah, you didn't get fries or anything.
There's a reason I call this man the wood chipper.
His side dish is another burger.
Yeah.
Well, that one had $1,000 dressing on it, so.
I think that the side dish was created by men who didn't have enough, like bear or hog. So
Or zombie bear.
to split the hog amongst the cave family, you had to find beans and things to put on the side of the rock plate.
Wow.
I really hope you're talking loud enough so people hear.
No, that's the thing. The people on the stream are not hearing him. I
Yeah.
can guarantee you.
And
What?
he's got the pelican under the dishwasher there.
Oh yeah.
It's a lemming.
I'm not loud enough, you're saying?
Well, for the camera to pick up, but I'll try to fix that later. All right, so that was EA. Then we had so then Josh and I were at an appointment, and what was Microsoft was happening then, right?
Yeah. Isn't that
Which
in
we can't talk about our appointment today because it's going to be out too early. So
Well, most people are listening.
live?
I'm going
Live.
to release this tonight. The
Yes.
embargoes don't lift till tomorrow.
Okay, but I'm saying people are listening live.
I know, so we can't talk about this. So, but Microsoft was happening then, right? We just can't talk about what it was.
Yep, they were doing the.
And we can say what it was. We can't talk about the content.
No, actually, I have an email saying we can't say what it was.
Go to Wikipedia, Activision, and then just take a guess.
We weren't supposed to say who it was with either.
Oh,
Well, I was told in my appointment, if anything is out on the internet, then yes, you can talk about that. So I could probably talk about everything I saw,
Well, no,
but I'm not going to.
so.
Jesus.
All right,
I was
Microsoft.
told directly from PR.
right. I have an email saying we weren't supposed to say that we had that on Sunday
Yeah.
because nobody else had, or not very many else got the phone.
The Xbox One X.
Huh?
The Xbox One X.
Yeah, the Xbox One X
So Scorpio is now the Xbox One X. It's gonna be $499. Yeah.
Double the price of the Xbox One S.
It's the most powerful console
It's
ever
got
made.
6 teraflops.
Teraflops, bro. 6.2
Hold the
teraflops.
freaking Wii U.
Yeah.
Xbox One S, Xbox One X. How many parents do you think are gonna fuck that up at Christmas?
Well, and it looks exactly the same, essentially, except that it's black or like a darker.
You have the possibility of having 3 SKUs sitting on a shelf, one called Xbox one called Xbox One S, and another one called Xbox One X.
I think they're phasing the old Xbox One out. That's one.
Yeah, I'm like some retailers will still.
I agree. I know. I totally agree. I think it's silly.
And you will have parents who walk into a store saying, I need that Xbox One
With all the teraflops.
S.
Yeah, they're gonna have a whole bunch of them sitting on the floor. They're gonna
They're
have,
gonna know
they're gonna have
what's
6 teraflops left in stores.
Yeah.
Grandmothers are stupid, and they will make that mistake. But Xbox is gonna sell a console no matter what for that day. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they'll sell the one that's gonna make them a profit.
Yeah.
Figure that out.
Yeah. The funny thing, so I watched that video later. I guess my take is they really didn't show enough content to justify it, in my opinion. It didn't really, like, there was a lot, it's like the Pro. Enhanced for the Pro, this and that for the Pro, but it's still more expensive. The Pro wasn't $500. I don't know. I mean, yeah, Forza, but they didn't even really show that much of Forza to begin with. You don't know what was gameplay and what was trailer.
Do we have a list of what to show?
Yeah, I took notes of most of the games. They said they were going to show 42 games for the
Right.
console. They montage, so I don't have the
Yeah, it's
montage.
fine. We don't need to get too detailed with them.
You know how much memory is in the One X?
12 gig?
Yep.
No, I mean, the hard drive.
Terabyte, I believe.
I think it's a terabyte, yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't really matter all that much because they have external hard drive as well.
Although what sucks is the drive that you and I have for the old Xbox One doesn't work. That enclosure doesn't work with the new model, so.
Well, no.
And I don't think they've ever released one like that, so it's kind of a bummer.
But that one was, I don't think that was ever released in the US.
Yeah, once that's how I bought it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Because I had to get mine from Canada.
I understand that. And then a couple months later, it showed up in America, and that's how I bought it. I'm trying to think what else they really showed.
I listed most of the stuff.
Was it, well, fine, we get a date for Crackdown 3, which is big. For me, at least.
I can just go in order.
Okay.
So they showed Forza. They did a thing where they revealed like a car on stage.
Yeah, which a lot of people were talking about today.
Yeah.
Like
So
how weird that was.
then they followed that up. Their first game they showed after Forza was Metro Exodus.
Right.
Which looked gorgeous, but it was one of those things that you mentioned. It's kind of hard to tell which was the actual gameplay or what was the pre-render.
What they, to me, it seemed the movement seemed a little bit too dynamic for actual gameplay. Like the movement of the head and everything just seems a little off for if I was actually playing that game, but I might be wrong.
And then after that, Assassin's Creed Origins,
Yep. Yep.
which looked great.
Looks really cool.
Like Emma, you were excited about that.
Oh
one.
yeah, I'm just interested to see what they do, like with the controls, if there's anything they can do. I know a lot of the big complaints that it always feels too sticky, like you're running through like a Velcro factory, and you're the fuzzy one, and everything's the hard shit.
Everything's the hard
So
shit.
it's like, get off that bucket, but you can't get off that bucket. So I want to see if that's that's different at all.
Well, now you got a drone. I mean, an eagle.
So I think that there was 2 or 3 studios that have been working on Assassin's Creed for Ubisoft over X amount of years.
Sure.
And then one of the things they talked about a lot with this one is that they've got 3.5 years to do this one because they took last year off.
Right.
And I can't remember the name of the studio that Ubisoft has working on Origins right now.
Singapore is all up.
Okay, yeah.
I
So,
think
No,
that's-
Singapore was something different.
right.
The ship.
They were
So this is the first time that they've had almost 4 years to.
I think it was Montpelier.
Might be. But
And-
anyway, whatever studio, this is the one that, I believe this is the one that did Black Flag.
Right.
So, I mean, Black Flag is touted as one of the best Assassin's Creed.
And the game director on this one worked on Black Flag. Like he was pretty high up on Black Flag. So yes.
Montpelier, Choice
What's that?
Life.
No, that
It
was
was
Toronto.
Yeah.
That was
Toronto.
Toronto.
Then we had what I thought was pretty big. I mean, we all knew it was coming. PlayerUnknown's Battleground is.
Everybody knew it was coming.
But the fact that they locked it up for a timed exclusive is kind
Sure.
of a big deal for that.
Yeah, but I think everybody kind of expected that to happen as well.
Yeah, that's still in early access right now, but it's like the new hotness.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
number one
It's
game on
been
Steam.
like crazy.
Then they followed that up with, I just put down MJC's Guess That Zombie game.
Oh, yeah, what the? That was State of Decay 2.
State of Decay 2, but
Yeah, because you guys were like, come on, guess it.
No, because you missed is that they were just playing like ping pong back and forth. Like, is it this? No, is
Yeah.
it this? Is
Fortnite.
it this?
Oh, really?
Yeah, while we were watching it,
Fortnite.
Fortnite.
It's a zombie game.
No, but it was just the joke was that every game was
Oh,
Fortnite at the
okay.
beginning. So.
It's basically Ember with Splinter Cell.
Yeah.
Which didn't happen, man.
Did not happen. Damn. Way to spoil it. Sorry.
Then we had esports guy come up and with the Darwin experience, which is just a player unknown, like the concept. Is
I'm a showcaster named Jethro Tull. What the?
Jethro Tull.
Fuck. Now, if that's his real name, his parents are assholes. Big
Well, hey,
time assholes.
You
his
remembered
middle
his
name-
name, so it was working.
I hope his middle
Oh,
name was
because I know Jethro
Aqualung.
Tull.
If his middle name was Aqualung, that'd be great.
Yeah.
So esports
He's
guy.
just standing up there yelling like.
It's one of those things that I thought companies learned a couple years ago to not just come out and be like, this is esports, we already got shoutcasters, we already got tournaments going, like it just doesn't work that way. Your game is not going to catch on.
But Microsoft is pushing that now because they have their own streaming service.
Yeah. But
So
still.
it was obvious. Yeah, you know what? That service is pretty cool because you can actually multicast your team. It's
Yeah.
really neat how they do it.
but then they put all the audio on top of it because you can't hear shit.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
So that game was the Darwin experience? It was the Darwin something.
Something,
Yeah.
That's exclusive.
Right.
Not timed, it's an actual exclusive. They followed that up with Minecraft.
Yeah.
Which is going to be cross-platform on all platforms. The trailer only showed like phone, PC, and the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
Well, that's gonna look sick in 4K.
That brings us to the next point. They're going to upgrade the graphics with better textures, better lighting, shadows. It
Oh,
actually
yeah,
does
higher res
look,
texture packs or something.
Yeah, it-
Super duper graphic pack.
That's right.
It actually does look way better.
That's
The
great.
lighting was kind of cool. Like, I don't know if it was actual lighting, but it had that kind of feel.
But they didn't have a PlayStation in their trailer. They just had the Switch. So there was that, and then we have the Dragon Ball Z fighting game. That's
They showed
What was it called?
Like 2 seconds. Fighter Z.
That game looks cool.
Yeah.
We got a full trailer for it, and wow, that looks really good.
because you compared it to Marvel vs. Capcom, right?
Yeah, it's very Marvel vs. Capcom. It's 3v3 and very combo based. Lots of quick action.
I've seen it a lot on Twitter too, or like people saying that on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we have a new game from Abyss Studios, Black Desert MMO. It's an MMO, Black Desert. But it's not Black Desert Online. That's a different thing.
Yeah. That looked weird.
Yeah, and then we got The Last Night.
Last night.
It was
I don't remember that at all.
it was like neon colored.
Oh,
pixels. It
that looked
gorgeous.
cool. It looked very cyberpunk.
Yeah, that's the one that's creating all kinds of controversy now because the guy that the developer, or the guy that created it, whoever it is, seems to be a big gamer gamer.
Jesus.
Apparently.
Really?
Yeah, apparently, yeah.
The game looked cool. I really love that graphical style.
And then we had the Artful Escape. I don't remember that. I just wrote the name down. That's a timed exclusive.
Escape.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Must be a gem.
Nah, I remember the name now, but I don't remember what the game was.
I have no. I have
I
no.
don't think they
idea.
showed very much of it.
Yeah, this is when they were just like breezing through like with 30-second trailers. Then we had Code Vein, which Andy knew a little bit about.
Oh yeah, it's a Bandai Namco. Looks kind of like somewhere between a Souls game. And,
Oh, yeah.
One of those like Monster Hunter type games.
Right.
So it's somewhere between there. Action RPG-ish. Looks pretty cool.
Did we miss Cuphead? We missed Cuphead.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
really early on. We
Oh
finally got
no,
release
that's
date.
coming up.
Oh, okay. All right.
Then we had Sea of Thieves.
Which looks cool.
It looked cool until they got out of the ship.
The hand-to-hand, the sword play looked a little weird, but I still think it looks really cool.
Then we saw another pirate game that just.
Oh,
We'll get there.
I don't know, man. I'm probably gonna get Sea of Thieves.
It looks good, but I would probably try and stay on the ship as long as possible.
Yeah.
No,
No,
and
I
it's
think
rare.
it's-
It's a rare game, so like rare's got.
See, that's not a selling point to me because there's a lot of rare games that I think are trash.
Well, Rare is a shell of what they used to, like.
Well, they are, but
all
even
the
back
people are
then.
gone.
But even back in like the heyday of Rare, I was never that big of a fan.
I prefer at least like medium rare.
Yeah.
I should have made you like eat all of the puns.
If not a medium rare, I prefer medium.
With Scorpion now.
After that, we had Tacoma, which is from the Gone Home people. That's a timed exclusive.
Yep.
That's the space one, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Space
Yes.
station.
Yes. Which didn't look like it made any sense at all.
They look interesting though.
It looked interesting, but it didn't really look like it made any sense.
Then we got an exclusive Super Lucky's Tale.
Oh, that was that that little fox.
Yeah.
Oh
That looked good.
Yeah.
That looked
Yeah.
really good.
Which that was a
Finding a kid's game on the Xbox One.
VR game for Oculus.
Yes.
Right, Lucky's Tale.
Yes.
But this is Super Lucky's Tale. So
Well,
it's
that also
super-
means that Oculus on Xbox will probably happen next year. I'm surprised. I'm honestly surprised they didn't announce it this year, but
Only one console at a time.
they had to wait for the teraflop. Yeah, even though they did 2 consoles last year.
Then we got Cuphead, September 29th.
I bought that soundtrack.
$29.99.
Yeah. I'll get it. It looks cool. It looks amazing.
Made Emma happy.
Yeah.
I think they showed that at my first E3.
Probably.
Wow.
Well, the problem with that game was they built it in Unity, and they were having a ton of problems getting those visuals working in Unity. That's what I've heard. So, but it looks amazing. And then 8-bit whatever. I am 8-bit offered this 4-record collection of the soundtrack, and it looks like it's from the 20s. It's
So you get that 6 months after Cuphead
Yeah,
comes out?
over on
Actually-
getting it.
No, the last couple I've done with them, they've been really good with it. So I think they're finally learning their lessons. But it looked awesome. I had to have it.
The 20, so it's like on a CD.
Can you just do that smile into the camera right now?
Yeah.
It's camera's right there.
Nobody can see it. You can try.
Then we got Terry Crews doing his Old Spice stuff for the
That shit looked awesome though. I was kind of hoping he's in the game, but I don't think he is.
for Crackdown 2.
Crackdown 3.
3? Yep.
3,
I wrote
yeah.
2 down.
Finally got a date for it. Finally.
What was the date? I didn't write that down.
September, I want to say.
No, it's not too far.
Yeah. I hope they don't fuck it up. But
Well, I like I like the first one. Didn't really like the second
the
one.
second one was awful. What was it?
Trash.
There we go.
And AAA trash right there.
Oh,
Yeah, you got it.
Trash.
Because the first one was a blast, and they took the servers offline, and the second one was god awful.
Then we got an indie montage. They
Nah.
rushed through that.
Need a montage.
One of the games that popped up was Ashwin. I don't remember what that was.
I thought it was action.
Yeah.
Ashwin.
Looked
It's
good.
ASHWEN.
Yeah, I don't remember anything about it, but I remember it looked good.
It's timed exclusive though, so it was
Right.
a full exclusive. Then we got what I was happy about, Life is Strange 2 trailer.
But that's coming out for everything, right?
Yeah, it's coming out for everything. It's Before the Storm. It's a prequel, which is kind of interesting because in the first one, in like the first couple minutes, you discover you have a superpower,
Okay.
and then that starts out the game. So this is before she discovers her power. You're actually playing one of her friends, Chloe.
Okay.
She also smokes.
No, actually, I went back. That's her friend Chloe that's smoking. So my Max is okay.
Okay.
She's
Max is
cool.
okay.
Chloe can smoke.
Alright.
Wow.
Chloe
We're
can-
all good then.
Yeah, we're good. Hey, if she fucking gives Max a cigarette though, I'd be pissed
It's
off.
hanging out with little girls all of a sudden. Wow.
Hey, Life is Strange 2 is a great game. It's free.
Alright.
The first one's free on Plus. I love that.
Yeah.
Then we got Shadow of War, Mordor. Is that backwards?
Which looks really cool, like, but I could not get into the first one at all. Like the gameplay and everything, I just could not get into it.
Yeah, Shadow of War is the sequel to
Mordor.
Shadow of War.
Mordor.
Mordor Shadow of War.
Yeah. It looks outstanding, like.
like Middle Earth show.
Anyway, they know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. That Lord of the Rings game.
Yeah.
I finished the first one. It was good. I enjoyed it.
Nice.
It looked a lot. Like I haven't played Mordor, but like I was telling you,
Yeah.
it looked a lot brighter and more daytime stuff. It seemed like.
Yeah, I feel like there was a lot more like foliage and stuff, a lot more green. Whereas the last one I feel like was a lot more just You're going from Orc City to Orc City.
That one should be pretty far
It's been a
along.
few years since I played it,
Because it
so.
was supposed to come out in August and it just got delayed till like October.
Well, I think it became kind of one of the poster children for 4K.
The first one I know got a pro update, didn't it? So.
Yeah, it did, and it helped a lot.
When they announced it, it had a lot of hype. So usually when I feel like when games get delayed about 6 weeks like that one did, and I think
Yeah.
sometimes it might have ended up being a production thing that they saw with some of the
Right.
pre-orders and everything too, possibly.
Maybe. I mean, it was popular, so it's gonna do well.
It looks really good.
Yeah.
It's like Assassin's Creed meets Lord of the Rings style of game.
Sure. That's probably why I don't like it. I'll watch you play it. Stream it, Andy.
Okay.
Because I think it's cool. It's compelling. I just want to play it.
That Nemesis system is amazing, and I think, was that this one where they talked about expanding it? Or
Yeah.
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 Well, I say can because it's not like because then they have to hold that a lot of stuff back because they were on the old consoles. But they
But the old consoles didn't even have
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah.
And we have an appointment for it, so on Tuesday, Wednesday.
Oh, yeah. We do.
Josh.
All right then.
Then we had another game that made. I remember you were really happy with Microsoft conference. You think about it.
You really should buy the Xbox One X.
Yeah, I mean they showed Assassin's Creed, they showed Cuphead, Minecraft, love Minecraft.
Oh, but there was so much trash in between.
But this is that single
Yeah.
A. Ori.
Woo!
Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
Will of the Wisps. That looks fantastic.
Looks very pretty.
Then you play Ori 1?
Did I? Yeah, I got kind of tired of it. I thought it was beautiful, but I just kind of tired of it and I stopped playing it.
I'm gonna cry at the end.
Well, it's a Metroidvania game, and some of those, in my opinion, they don't handle the whole backtracking thing very well. And I thought this is one of those where it didn't really click with me. Because I played it for a few hours and then I just kind of lost interest.
That's what happened to me in Song of the Deep.
I haven't played that yet. That's the one from Insomniac.
Oh.
That GameStop published.
That I got for free.
Oh, were you working at GameStop still?
Yep.
Did you get one of the physical copies that nobody could get anywhere because all the GameStop employees bought them up right away because they were going to be collector's items?
No, it was
Wait, they were that way?
Oh yeah, the
I have one.
physical copy of that game was almost impossible to get because you had to get it at GameStop. And everywhere I looked, everywhere everybody looked, nobody could find it unless you pre-ordered it right away. And even then, they were hard to get. Yeah.
I got $1 for selling.
Oh yeah. Instead of 25 cents, it's a whole dollar.
Ooh. Wow. All right.
OG Xbox games are coming to backwards compatibility on the Xbox
Right.
One.
That's huge.
Crimson Skies
That's
is if
really
they open the
exciting.
servers up, I'm gonna be happy.
I did like he did say OG Xbox a couple of times.
Yeah.
Do they have to dance around how they say that?
Well, yeah.
You can literally pop in your own
Yep,
disc.
the discs. Yep.
And I have all those discs sitting on the shelf there.
But it's still gonna be a title by title basis. It's
Yeah.
not- yeah.
That's
So.
fine.
You would think that they'd be able to just emulate the Xbox OS and everything on there by now. I mean, it's all the teraflops, bro.
Right, but if they emulate it, then don't you still have to kind of purchase the game, or you just get access to everything that's on the emulation?
No, they would.
Emulate the hardware.
Yeah, emulate the hardware and the OS just in the system, and
Well, they said they're going to up-res them, so they're going to give it the same treatment that the 360 got, so they're going to
well, sure,
work.
but you would almost want to do like what they did with the PS3 when you had backward compatibility with PS1 and 2, but they'd have to do it in software, obviously, instead of hardware.
Do you know if all the Xbox One models do the Xbox?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
it's a firmware thing.
Unlike the 3DS, where you have to have the new ones you can play SNES.
I think they said during that half of Xbox One owners have played a backwards compatible game.
Yeah, something like that.
That's
Which
deceiving.
is kind of funny because then there was that report recently that said gaming time spent is more like 2%.
Right. So in other words, somebody tried it
But
once and then
there were a ton of caveats in that report.
Oh, were there?
The only people that they could actually collect on were people that have connected to the internet.
You have to connect to the internet to use
backward
No,
compatibility.
no.
compatibility.
But to use, okay,
Yeah.
maybe for backward compatibility, but the rest of that whole report where they were mining all that stuff for data, I think it's like 60% of Xboxes have never been connected to the internet.
Is that I didn't think it was
It's
that
either
long.
40 or 60, whichever one
I think it was
is.
40 because I read that. I didn't read
Um,
word for word, but
So there's a whole chunk of people that they have no data on whatsoever.
Well, MJC brought up a good point.
Absolutely no idea what they've ever played.
He brought up a good point too yesterday, is that they've been giving away backwards compatible 360 games with gold.
yep, every month they give
So
away free.
that could also, that's like something that, you know, everybody that has PS Plus downloaded it, you know, like
Yeah.
the strain.
Yeah.
I got all the 360 Gears of War games for buying Gears of War 4.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. Same way with oh yeah, that one.
I mean, it's a statistic that's in their favor, so that
Yeah.
even if it means that, you know, out of this room, like if two of you, you know, we have 3 Xboxes in here, 2 of you, you only played for 5 minutes, you technically used it.
Well, I mean, it's
Kids love
stats
Skate
about
3.
context. That's all it is. Sure. No, it's fine. Man.
Those kids love that Skate 3.
You played Tony Hawk if you did it.
No, I still have a PS2 hooked up to Tony Hawk 3.
Nice.
Then after that, the show was winding down. They said 4K updates are coming to a handful of games: Final Fantasy 15, Rocket League, RE7, Wildlands, and there's like 2 or 3 other games.
Forza Horizons 3, and I think Gears 4. Yeah.
They're basically all games that got pro updates when Pro came out.
Well, it's
Minus like some exclusives, but like FF15 has a pro patch, and R7 has a pro patch, and Rocket League has a pro patch. So.
well, but it's on the Microsoft side. It's the ones that were made for the Xbox One S as well, because they have HDR and it was titles that have HDR, except for Rocket League. But
And then these are obviously going to be the true 4K
yeah,
on the X.
yeah, full 4K. We don't do that super sampling crap. Oh wait, we do.
Then they dropped the release date November 7th for the Xbox One X,
Sure.
$499. And then they showed off BioWare's Anthem.
Yeah. Game looks cool.
Yep.
I'm interested. I can be the Rocketeer in a mech suit.
It could be good Dark Void.
Yeah.
Could be.
I had a lot of faith in that game, but
Me too.
yeah.
They had no North, they had Jetpack.
Yep. They had that
Great.
they had that vertical climbing thing and like battling cover vertically, and it was cool. Too bad. All right. So then, what's next? Was it
Bethesda?
Bethesda, which I didn't get to see. We went and saw Wonder Woman in 4DX,
Yeah.
which was nuts. Like, so the 4DX is you sit in these seats that are on a gimbal, and it'll 4 seats at a time, and it'll move you around. It'll start shaking and everything. And then there's thumpers and all this stuff in the seats themselves, and little air jets in the headset that'll like pop you in the ears with air, and there's fans. There's like a little smoke machine thing that'll spray smoke in your face, and you'll even spray water on you. What's that?
Smells.
Smells, and it'll spray water on you at certain points.
So basically, what we got at the Sony press conference today.
Oh my god, that was crazy. I got a good picture of that too.
I leaned over and I'm like, I guess I didn't need to go to Wonder Woman in 40X because we got 40X right here.
It was neat. I mean, it was cool to see the movie again, but it was. I don't know if it was the best movie to see the tech with, but I really wanted to see the tech because I don't think many places have that. But like, if I was watching Valerian or like a Star Wars movie, that would be amazing. It was cool. It was neat. What did you think, Aaron?
I like the part when we got rained on.
Squirted it in your face.
Timber made it rain.
You did make it rain. Wood chipper, yo. Alright, but then Bethesda happened and you guys watched that.
All 37 minutes of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
You
really
said it was like
short.
one big sizzle reel or something?
Pretty much. Like,
Oh, the guy came on stage. The conference opened. I say his name wrong all the time.
Pete Hines.
Yeah, he came on stage and he talked about, you know, what the last year was for them, and then he walked away and they zoomed in on their screen, and he didn't show up again
Next month
until
of
the
town.
end. So,
Wow, really? Wow.
yeah, this
Which is, to be fair, what Sony did, except they did have him step out on stage again and say, wow, that was neat, okay, let's see
Yeah.
more.
Yeah,
It was 30
here's
minutes.
some VR
So
stuff.
it was
the
30
exact
minutes
same
longer.
thing.
30 minutes longer though.
Yeah, but it was the exact same thing.
This very much felt like a placeholder for Bethesda of like, hey, we signed a deal to have our Fallout 4 stuff 2 years ago, and then we're probably gonna have some Skyrim stuff next year, so
Sure.
we just kind of need to do something today.
Alright.
This
That's
isn't
fair.
like EA or E3, kind of like you lose your spot type of thing.
Who's your spot? You've
like
lost me.
if you skip like a year, like you can lose your spot. I know it is, but that's like what the show for. Like you need to keep.
They have more than enough room in that show for.
Yeah.
But he's
Especially
saying if it
last
says
year.
it didn't do their press conference this year, Sunday night, maybe somebody else takes the press
No,
conference.
press
spot.
conferences I don't think really have any effect on that because that's officially not E3. That's why they do it at a theater, or they do it at
Well,
whatever.
either way, it felt like a very light year for Bethesda.
Yeah.
Sure, that's fair.
So they showed their VR games, but they're all HTC Vive. Doom VR.
Right.
Fallout 4 VR. Then they did their Morrowind stuff, which they just did like YouTube reacts to.
Well, it just came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so it was just like 3-4 minutes of YouTube reacts to the trailer of people
serious?
crying, watching.
Oh my god.
And then my favorite part, they brought back paid mods, but it's got a new name, so it's okay. It's called
What was-
Creation Club.
That's right. Yeah. Paid mods.
But it's also on consoles this time. It's not just Steam.
Yeah, paid mods, yeah, because the mods have been doing really well on consoles. Like you
Yeah.
said, there's already been like 3 million downloads between Fallout 4,
Was this for just Fallout 4 or was it for multiple games?
Fallout 4 and Skyrim.
Okay.
So there's 3 million mod downloads on consoles alone.
Right.
For it.
Right.
So they're doing Creation Club, which they tried doing a year ago on Steam, but then people were like, I'm not paying for mods,
Yes,
and
you
then
are.
they yanked it, and now we have the Creation Club.
Right.
So you have to buy credits. It looked like.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, because that's different.
Yeah. So there's no direct cash value on the mods. You buy tokens. Hopefully they're bottle caps, because then you can stick with the Fallout thing.
Probably just in credits.
That sucks. You're fucked up. Bottle caps would have been so much better.
Do it in euros.
That's too confusing. Then we got the card game, Elder Scrolls card game for
They
mobile.
did a card game? I didn't hear about that.
They announced it last year. I think it's already out.
Yeah,
So
it came
they're-
out.
they're
They
gonna
announced an
try to-
expansion this year.
They're gonna try to fight Gwent.
They're gonna try and fight Magic.
Oh,
The-
okay.
It's more like Hearthstone, I think.
Oh,
Okay.
We're just
Yeah.
saying card games. WWE
Yeah.
Supercard.
But
That's as much as I know.
yeah, I want to say it came out late last year, and it's been out for a while. But they announced a Skyrim themed expansion for it, I think.
Okay.
They're-
Alright then.
Then Nintendo Switch Skyrim featuring pedophile Link.
What?
So motion controls and all that stuff.
And why are you calling him pedophile?
So they showed like the sword, which looked cool. So they brought like the what is it, the Master
Yeah.
Sword?
The amiibo. If you scan the amiibo.
Oh, really? It was the amiibo?
Well, no, I'm just saying. Before they showed all that stuff, they showed him like pop the amiibo on it,
Oh, okay.
and then you get the sword and you get Link's tunic.
But you're still the
But
dirty
you're still
Skyrim
like, yeah.
character.
So you look like a 40-year-old guy cosplaying as Link.
Strung out because he's
Oh, I
a
think you
Skyrim.
actually could play as Link.
You can
No,
use his
it's
equipment.
a costume.
Oh.
So they had this really skinny dude because everyone in like Skyrim just looks like they live in
Gaunt and-
Skyrim.
yeah.
So it just looked like this like heroin addict in a Link outfit.
I think I saw that over a Night Street before. Or-
Someone handed him a card.
and a blood glucose meter.
Then after that, the Dishonored standalone game. We
Okay.
thought it was an expansion, but it's a standalone game, maybe.
Yeah.
Death of the Outsider coming out September 15th.
Wow, that's fast.
Yeah, and
And
then
Center 2 just came out not too long ago.
yeah, it was like a couple months ago.
Yeah. Wow.
So after that, it looks like a new protagonist. I think is a
Okay.
yeah. Think so? I'm not too sure about that. You're
It is.
Dishonored.
It is.
Okay. Ember's dead.
And we all thought,
Damn, Dave's gonna win the bet.
oh man,
Quake Champions has BJ Black. How do you say his last name?
Blazkowicz.
Blazkowicz. Then we had a really long Evil Within 2 trailer.
Hmm.
Comes out Friday the 13th in October. So that's really close too.
Yeah.
They're just dropping that.
Everything that they showed on stage
Is this year?
is coming out in 2017.
Oh, interesting. Well, that really opens it up for next year then. I mean,
Yeah.
in terms of like mega bombs and everything.
Well,
for-
they had a new IP which everyone thought they were going to drop tonight or last night.
Yeah.
They didn't, so they
Yeah.
held that back. But they have so many new games out this year, so
Sure,
that's why they
sure.
held on to that. Evil Within, it was a really cinematic trailer, and then it was a heavy amount of gameplay at the end of it.
Okay.
And then we got Wolfenstein 2.
I'm excited for that.
The new Colossus. And
Yeah.
that's out October 27th.
I will definitely get my hands on that one.
Yeah. Looks like it's in New Orleans.
What?
I believe so. I saw it because at one point he's coming out of a sewer and there's like a welcome to New Orleans like like barricade.
No shit.
Yeah, I think so.
Wait, a World War II game in New Orleans. Now, the World War II museum is down in New Orleans.
No,
but
it
it's-
looks like he gets like frozen, and then he wakes up, and Nazis are taking over the entire world.
Oh.
So it's like resistance fighting against.
Well, no, but that's been okay. So the entire world was fine.
Yeah.
Okay, because that was the whole kind of mindset behind the game.
Yeah, he wakes up in like a bomb shelter or like hospital bed.
Yeah, and they're showing at the beginning, like, you know, Nazis kind of walking around in America, and like,
Talking to
Yeah.
Klansmen.
yeah, exactly, talking to the natives, like,
Trying to
"Give me
hide
a-
the
give me a-
films."
Give me a shake at the local diner, kind of thing.
Wow.
So very relevant.
Trying to find
the
the
current
films and the
times,
books.
and then we get, yeah, he like meets up with a couple other rebels, and they're gonna get together and fuck shit up.
Nice. Well, that's what BJ does.
Yeah, pretty good trailer too. And then at the end, there's like a cool thing where I guess it might be the '60s because they're dropping acid. Because at one point, like they're fighting, and then like this little cartoon lizard flies on the screen, and one of the characters is like, "Oh, little buddy," picks him up, puts him on his shoulder, and then the trailer ends.
I gotta watch that.
Yeah,
I
and then,
totally forgot to watch that.
yeah. Then the guy came out, or Pete Hines came out, and he's like, "Yeah, punching Nazis and dropping acid. It's a crazy game."
Nice.
And they ended the press conference with that.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right, and that was it for Bethesda.
And that was it for Bethesda. Devolver did their little thing, which was fantastic.
What?
Devolver.
Oh, Devolver. That was probably the best thing I'd seen at E3 for a while.
It was the most Adult Swim ass thing I've seen in a while, but good Adult Swim, like generic.
It jabbed at every single aspect of E3,
Yep.
good and bad. It
Made
was,
fun
it
out
was
of
cool.
press, made fun out of fans.
Now they just need to do it live next year.
Yeah, I don't think they can. That was pretty well orchestrated.
But they have Shuhei. Shuhei's gonna be on board for that.
Yeah, Shuei saw it and they said, you know, you should be in next year, and he's like, I'll do it.
I don't know if any of these games are real because on Twitter they were pretty much saying like, no, we didn't announce anything today. So
Well, yeah, there was that Serious Sam like overhead
yes,
weird game. And,
Serious Sam's Bogus Detour.
yeah,
Yeah, so I like. At one point, like when they started it off, they're like, "Are you guys excited for E3 and seeing our games?" And everyone's like clapping. She takes a gun out, starts shooting, it, like insults him, like, "You were professional press.
Stop
Shut
cheering."
the fuck up."
Yeah,
Like,
that was great.
just cursed them out as she's shooting the gun. Uses all the bullets, has to reload the gun, shoots it again.
Click, click,
Yeah.
click. Yeah. No, that
Uh,
was cool.
there's a bit about sad pandas and Suicide Watch.
Yep.
Throwing money at a screen. Serious Sam game.
Yep,
And then after that, she just shouted, "Buy that motherfucking game."
that's right.
Earliest access.
Oh, earliest access was the greats. You
Once
can
we come up
now,
with the idea, you have,
at conception, you can pre-order and buy a game.
that was great.
They put it, you can buy our underdeveloped games for paying customers. That was so great. Suda51 showed up, and then
He's like, what am I doing here? What's going on?
so then that just ended. They want to do a comment creator content, which is just bitch and change a game.
Oh, that's right.
And then they ended the conference with nosebleeds and a head explosion.
That's right. Yeah, no, that was great. Kudos to Devolver on that one.
Yeah, that was really good. That won the first 3 press conferences.
I agree. It was definitely more compelling.
Now Ubisoft.
Yeah, so we went over to Ubisoft today. Oh man. So I had a pass for it, but you guys were apparently on the waiting list. That's what we were told. So we walk over to Ubisoft, and that was the other thing. They said, well, we'll have food trucks up back. And that's all the email said. I'm like, oh, they'll have food trucks. We can go to food trucks. So we get there, and the line is out front, you know, and I said something about the food trucks. So you guys all disappeared. And they opened the doors. I'm like, well, I'm going to go in and maybe try to get a seat or something. But they didn't have the doors open yet inside. So I was kind of walking around, and I saw a door open in the back. I'm like, oh, all right, I'll go out here. And that's where all the food trucks were. So I went out, and I went to look for you guys because I didn't hear from anybody. And I'm just getting ready to walk across the alley, and they like block us and stop us. And this SUV pulls up, all, you know, they look like Secret Service, you know, black, all the windows tinted. And they have these big burly dudes like holding up these black sheets, trying to block whoever was in the thing. And they come around by me, and one of the black sheets drops, and there's Miyamoto. And they're like, no cameras, no cameras. Like a guy literally came over, and nobody had a camera. We get no cameras. We're like, well, all right, okay. So I went across to try to find you guys, and I tweeted like, hey, I just saw Miyamoto at Ubisoft, ha ha ha. And then I'm looking around, didn't see you guys anywhere, and I'm like, oh shit. So I said, well, I'm hungry. So I waited in line for a burrito. And I had an awesome burrito. And then I found out that you guys were still out front. I'm like, what? All right. Well, by the time I got back inside, I didn't know where you guys were yet. I didn't know if you were inside or not, but I went in to the theater and I could not find a seat. People were mulling around. They were blocking all the things, just annoying the shit out of me. Well, they had an overflow room. So I went in there and I was like me and two other people, and the air was on really nice. It was so nice and comfortable. And then I finally got a hold of you guys, and you showed up like right when the doors.
They opened the doors like 5 minutes before 1.
Oh man.
Yanking collars from people trying to sneak in.
But I think all the people that were filling up the theater were all Ubisoft employees. 'Cause there were a lot of people with Ubisoft
Oh, yeah.
badges.
Oh yeah, they brought a lot of
past
this.
us.
Well, they put a lot of the people on stage.
Yeah, yeah,
At
Yeah.
the end, so.
Yeah.
yeah.
I honestly thought Ubisoft had at that point the strongest press conference that we'd seen. It just, they nailed it. Like they had some really good offerings. They had some nice surprises, but they did a really nice job. There was a couple things where I was like that Toy Story Life game looked weird because you would like clamp the toy onto your controller and everything, but.
I think it was kind of cool, actually.
It looked cool, but at the same time, I don't really want that thing clamped onto my controller. I don't know.
Maybe you don't have to. You can probably. Maybe there's like a stand or something. I don't know.
I doubt it. They'll probably, and they'll keep building onto it, so you have this whole like big monstrosity.
But see, it's so you can use motion controls. You can like hold your hands like you're really flying with your.
And the
Your
speaker
shit.
and the
But I-
controller can make the sounds.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
don't really need,
Perfect.
I don't need all
The
that.
light bar, when you take damage, can flash red.
And you won't be able to see it because that big toy will be on
They
top
can
of the
make it
controller.
translucent.
Yeah.
They have like the things that pipe the light up into the model itself.
Sure, whatever. The game looked neat, but so
Josh is going to be into that.
what's that?
Josh will be into that.
Yeah.
We all actually said that. We were sitting there and we go, oh, I wonder who's going to review that one.
I didn't see any of this, so I don't know.
It'll
But
be,
I mean, I
it'll
do
be,
generally like it. It's like Lego pieces. You like build your own ship, connect the pieces to your controller, and then they pop up in game.
I'd like to see it.
so Macy can build it, and then Josh can play.
There you go.
See?
So what do you have the rundown for a week?
Yep, I got that down. Mario plus Rabbids coming out August 29th.
Only the Switch.
Only to Switch.
It looked cool,
obviously.
Mario XCOM.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
but
turn-based.
it looked
It
neat.
good, yeah. It was kind of sweet because the creative director was in the
Oh, man.
crowd, and Miyamoto was on stage shilling, not shilling, like talking up his game, and the dude is just crying just because it's like, like.
That's
have
one of your
Miyamoto,
childhood
yeah.
heroes, probably, and
Have Miyamoto going up there and be like, this is the next Mario game.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was really nice.
it was neat.
There was a lot of heart in the Ubisoft press conference. I think Amber pointed that out.
I agree.
Just like there's a lot of like.
A lot of passion with the development team. The Assassin's Creed guy looked like he was 25 max, talking about how
No, he's 37.
that too.
Because
Talking about
they
how
had a film before that, and they were talking before you guys got there.
Yeah.
And they were talking about like how'd you get your job at Ubi, and he was one of the people that talked about it.
Right. He's telling the audience how much of a fan he is of
Yeah.
the first game from 10 years ago now, and how long he waited to get up to that position that he held. And I just thought it was
Yeah.
really heartfelt.
Yeah.
But they're gonna release like figurines for the Rabbids game, not amiibo figurines, just.
Yeah, they didn't say new was wrong.
I'm
I'm
actually surprised they're not doing Amiibo or that they haven't announced them yet.
Yeah, they could be. They just
Maybe they want to see if this actually sells before they like mold some plastic.
Or maybe
They're making
big.
figures, so they're already melted the plastic.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
already
but
got
they're
our
not
figures,
amiibo,
so.
amiibo figures.
Maybe Nintendo's the only one that can announce amiibos.
No,
That's actually a good
that's
possibility.
true. But they made the Shovel Knight one, so it's not like they're.
But they announced that at Nintendo.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
I'm saying like they're not against doing like that.
No, I was just saying that maybe they're the only ones that officially announced them.
Watch, we'll find out ours are actually Amiibo. Something. I doubt it, but with the stand that's on there, man.
That stands really thin.
Yeah, it's just a little plastic thing.
We got another trailer for Assassin's Creed, which looks fucking great. Like,
It does.
Yeah,
I really wish I liked those games. I really do. Because it does. It looks fantastic. It's beautiful.
Did you notice anything different from the footage you saw today? Because like you were noticing stuff for the Microsoft stuff.
Not so much. I mean, not without going hands-on with it. I think it looks fantastic. They keep talking up to 4K. I feel like The drone mechanic thingy from Watch Dogs 2 is kind of like what we're doing with that Eagle.
Yeah.
I don't know if you were able to scout out an area in Assassins before without finding out yourself. You know, look at a companion like that.
I think they should link it so that you can have somebody that owns Eagle Flight VR. And that person can be your Eagle. That'd be amazing.
Andy, I need to kill the king. I need you to get on your VR right now.
I think if I try to take at an Ubisoft appointment, if I try to play Assassin's Creed, Emma might eat me.
Helms your hand.
And after that, they did something that kind of annoyed me. They're like, and now here's some gameplay, but it was off-camera gameplay because they're hyping because they'll have 30 minutes of uncut gameplay after
Right.
the show. But they spent like a minute doing off-camera.
Like they had a camera on his little monitor, and I'm like, really? You can't do a feed? That was
Then-
weird.
Yeah, then we got the Crew 2, which looks like it's kind of like
Oh my god!
Everything in the
element,
kitchen
yeah.
sink.
It looks like
All things
reminded me of
motorsports.
Steep. Yeah.
Well, I mean, boats, airplanes, cars, motorcycles,
Dirt bikes.
Monster
ATVs,
trucks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Become the king.
and that's
of
when I
all
tweeted. I'm like, I think the only vehicles you can't drive in this thing are hot air balloons. And I swear I tweeted it, and they were going down a hill, and there were hot air balloons in the background. I'm like, shit, I was wrong.
Who's that guy on the internet with that awesome life who won the money from the poker?
Wow, what the
No, he
fuck?
does cool shit.
What?
No?
Is that the same vein as Sexy Target guy?
Stays way better.
I'd hope so.
He's got a big beard. You guys don't know?
No.
Last name starts with B.
Most interesting man in the world.
Yeah, something like that. Anyways, the Crew 2 looks like his life. Anybody knows what I'm talking about?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Richard Branson?
No. Lazarian, I think, is his last name.
Anyway.
Moving on.
Awesome life.
All right then.
Yep. You can
I mean, it
drive.
looks interesting, but and the funny thing is, Porsche's in that game too, which I just love that everybody's got Porsche now. But Forza had to push it so hard, like it was such a unique thing for them. Like everybody's got Porsche now. Where my fear comes from with that one is, are they going to be able to nail the control mechanics for the different vehicles? You know, well enough to make it
How
worthwhile.
did the crew control?
And not that good, and it didn't support racing wheels either. I don't think. For a while, I think they added it later, but the first Crew, I got bored with really fast. It just seemed like you weren't really. It had a story, but it didn't really feel like you needed to dig with it at all. Like it just, it was really flat.
We'll have to remember to check that out and see if there's some wheel support for Crew 2 and 2.
Yes. That'd
You
be good.
gotta remember, driving cars without wheels though.
Well,
Just like swear like clock.
Oh my gosh.
Flintstones did it
man.
pretty fine.
God, I hate it.
Can you pick that shit up?
I've been getting that a lot this week.
Wheels.
But like,
That's like a Canadian car where they have
That's some
squares.
Well, then they pick it up and they like.
Yeah.
Isn't that-
There you go.
Well, but I mean, like they had flying, they had like a airplane racing
Yeah.
and everything, and that control is going to have to be dead on for that. That's one of the most dangerous sports in the world. So that was what came to mind for me was, are they going to be able to nail the controls well enough? I'm going to go back and look at all this
What?
chat because you guys keep looking at the
No,
chat.
it's not the chat. It's me like doing a gesture and then seeing it to
Oh,
do the gesture on screen.
yeah.
Your shirt is Johnny's a Boy Crew, by the way.
My shirt?
It's Johnny's a Boy Crew.
You can see it?
And he said
Alright.
thumbs up and Glenn on the SNK shirt.
Thank you.
Your friend can't hear us, so.
No, I think they can
Comment
hear
Oh, they
us.
said they could. They said it's a little quiet.
I don't think they can hear Emma very well because he's mumbling.
Nobody's complaining.
come on.
There's nobody's complaining. We haven't gone below like 20 viewers, so there's some crazy people still.
Oh,
watching.
wow. 20
it's
viewers.
nuts. Hopefully we get the sound working better.
Yeah.
Alright, what was next to do?
After the Crew, we got South Park.
Oh,
Yeah.
my god, it looks so good. Yeah, I can't wait. And then they showed, well, I don't know if it was in sequence, but that South Park mobile game.
Yeah, that was a little later. That was like one of the.
I kinda want it.
later things.
I kind of want it. And if I get that and I end up playing, I'm gonna make the PR person's life a living hell. I'm just gonna troll, if it's him or whoever.
Good channels.
Yep. Just why am I playing this on my phone? Why would you do this to me?
Transference, Elijah Wood's studio.
Which is coming to PSVR. We got the press release for that one. It's gonna be on all three.
That was like the one that like kind of showed like they were doing an experiment, right?
Yeah, it's interesting.
They didn't really show
me
anything.
much,
Yeah. Just kind of like a early concept thing. It might
Yeah.
be something kind of like the way you might be interested in. I know you didn't see much of it, but it's almost like it sounded like it was like a human body experiment, a human mind and emotion experiment.
They basically said that they
Dreams
learned in
and
the
stuff like
90s that they could transfer feelings and emotion into somebody through like technology. But it was actually like Elijah Wood, and they were saying he was like an executive at the company. And
He made us. I thought he actually has a video game studio.
he does, and I think that was it. That was what they call it.
Cyber.
Shit. Spectrovision or something
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
it.
Yeah,
They didn't show any like gameplay or anything like that, so
that we know of.
it's kind of one of those trailers that you kind of hate.
Yeah.
Ubi Singapore had Skull and Bones.
That game looks very cool.
Skull and Bones, basically the pirate stuff from Black Flag, and it looked amazing. Just the visuals and like the light
Ships.
shining through the sails and oh my god, the detail of the ships.
They showed off a 5v5 player versus player mode, and it's like it appears that there's different classes. It doesn't appear, there are different classes of ships.
Yeah.
So you have like your tank ship that can do like
Yep.
a tremendous amount of damage. You have your other ship that's good in like close quarters, and you have that battering ram ship that they showed like 3
Yep.
times, just plowing through another ship.
And how you have to make sure you keep your eye on the wind and make sure you use that to your advantage. And
And it's a loot-based game where like you get a kill and then you swim or sail over and you pick up a certain amount of loot, and your ship, actually your player holds that loot. So they were showing a scenario where one ship had a lot of loot,
Right.
and the other teammates, like the team was protecting them.
I
right.
think it was more just like an objective thing, not necessarily like tied into like a loot system.
Well,
no, it was. They were saying loot, like the goal was
Yeah.
to get the most loot.
But you saw like in the corner it was like, here's one team's loot, here's the other team's loot. So I'm assuming it's like
Right, but I think that what it looks like from afar is like, okay, so let's say that like me, you, and MJC are playing, and you know MJC gets a kill, which he won't play online, we know that.
Is it Overwatch?
Unless it's Overwatch, exactly.
MJC gets a kill, and I pick up the loot because I'm closer to them.
Yeah.
Then I have it, but if they kill me, they get all of the loot. From,
Yeah.
You know,
So I'm saying it's more like a objective thing,
Yeah.
not like
Right.
you know, you think of Destiny, you think of loot, you think of, hey, I got a Gallahorn.
They should use
Not
booty.
that.
Maybe they should have said booty.
So
Get the most booty.
obviously, there's all that questions left unanswered. Like, does the team share the loot or share
Well,
the score?
They did mention that the game's going to go by seasons.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
your game, your clan.
Yeah, which means they'll probably have a faction system.
Right. Well, I think it said it had a faction system. Five factions?
Yeah, well, I believe so. I don't know how many numbers, but I think they have.
I don't know. I think there was something.
Or the
else.
clan, like they have like the clan system, season modes, and
Right.
different classes.
Right.
I think it's all the same.
Right.
And that's fall 2018.
Yeah, it looked really cool. It looked wow, impressive in a lot of ways.
Then we had it's also like everything's like on the Indian Ocean.
Right.
So, we had Just Dance 2018, which Emma and Dave were fighting over for review.
It's right there. Yeah, prior from my boat that end.
You win.
Yeah.
Then after that, we had the South Park game, I believe.
The mobile game, man.
Mobile game.
Yeah, that's cool.
Then we had Starlink, which is the toy controller game,
Yeah, the Toys to Life one.
which looks cool.
Game looks neat.
I kind of looks cool, like the space exploration stuff like that. That looks cool. Looks like No Man's Sky with like more stuff. to
The
do.
toys.
Yeah, toys.
Somebody said that in that room. No Man's Sky 2.0.
Jeez.
And then we had a steep expansion. They're doing Winter Olympics, December 5th.
Yeah.
It's an obvious good job. I think.
Then we got to see the Far Cry dog, Boomer.
That shit was awesome.
Yeah, Far Cry looks great.
Yeah, you can basically hire hired guns, and one of the hired guns, no, it's fine. One of the hired guns can be a dog, and the dog is a badass. Like you can send him, and he can attack other enemies and stuff. And when I played the demo tonight, that was one of the ones you could choose, and that's the one I did choose. But it'll also mark other enemies for you, so he can run in kind of undetected and mark all the enemies so you can know what's going on instead of having to get up to a high vantage point and try to find all that stuff on your own.
Yeah, so I actually got to play a little bit of that.
I mean, it's Far Cry. In the demo, was short. It was like kill some dudes and you're done.
They said it would take like 10 minutes, and I got over it in
I
like
was-
3 minutes.
yeah,
and
I
it's
was
like,
done pretty
okay,
quick.
cool. Yeah, it's still pretty cool.
I am psyched as hell for Far Cry 5. I cannot wait.
Then after that, we got Beyond Good and Evil.
Big deal.
Finally, 15 years and like
Yeah, I mean-
off state that it's been in.
I've never been the biggest fan of the first game. I think there's a lot of nostalgia there that is driving this, obviously. It's cool that Michael Ansel got this to happen.
Like he was like trying to hold back tears on stage too.
Yeah, yeah. On Instagram, he was going nuts. He was
Yeah.
just freaking out because they've been working on this for a long time, and he hasn't been able to talk about it. It looked cool. I mean, my gosh, it looked really cool.
Yeah.
Beautiful, like,
Oh
style
my
and
god.
everything.
Yeah.
I played Beyond Good and Evil when I was a kid, so I don't know like
Last year?
was it that like adult? Like I don't remember. Like,
Was it what?
that had, like adult like with the cursing and all that stuff? I don't remember. So it was, back then it was like cartoony,
Yeah, I don't remember it being that bad, but
Yeah.
and this is a prequel,
Yeah, it's a pretty cool.
which is interesting, but I don't remember enough about it because I never really played it that much. I have it, I own it still, but I just never really got into it. I got bored
It
of
was
it.
one of those games I rented from like Hollywood Video.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I played for a couple hours because I just don't.
I'm old, Hollywood Video.
Hollywood Video.
Yeah.
Not Blockbuster.
Blockbuster.
No, my dad got his card ripped up at Blockbuster. What? Yeah. He didn't like to pay the rental fees. Or they did
$105 late fees? No.
Wow, Goldberg.
Never rewound. A few I've never rewinded.
Nope, take that fee.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, so we're a Hollywood Video family.
Wow. All right then.
Yeah.
We're gonna take a stand.
Yeah. That showed them. Both of them are dead. So now we got Sony.
Sony.
Yeah.
It was cool. We got to go there a couple hours early and play some games ahead of time. I got to play Far Cry. That's all I played.
Yeah, same here. Far Cry and Danganronpa.
You got to play NAC 2.
Yeah, I played Knack 2 with Dave.
We spent like 5 minutes beating each other up.
Yeah,
Nice.
that was the fun part of it.
Looks a lot better. Wow. I mean, it
Yeah, it looks good.
pops.
It's really good.
Combo heavy now, like more not
Yeah.
necessarily button mashy, but still like you're kind of like if you hit the circle button like 3 times, it'll do more of a superpowered ability.
Okay.
And like they were hinting at, like we're very very early in the game, so
Looked like both players were equal, is that right?
yes,
Yeah.
Because in the
Red
first
Knack,
one,
Blue Knack.
yeah.
nice. The second player was like inferior.
Yeah, so this one has the ability, like when you, like it's kind of interesting when you start, as soon as we booted it up, like I believe I was first player, and like Josh's character kind of just morphed out of mine,
Okay.
and then you can, what was it, R1, you can like make yourself small.
Real small.
Yeah, so now it's not, it's been a long time since I played NAC, but it's not, for the longest time, if I remember right, NAC 1, like if you took damage, you lost parts, and that was kind of your health.
Sure.
And then it still is.
Right,
Yeah.
but you can actually, yeah, so there's a risk-reward system to it where you can make yourself smaller to find other things and to get into areas that the larger gnat can't get into. And we, like Josh found a couple chests, and like there was one situation where we actually had to like jump behind a building that you can only do with a small gnat, and you couldn't, it wasn't obvious that that was there. Like you kind of had a little bit of trial and error. Yeah, so, but then, like you immediately, like, when you come back out, you want to make yourself bigger, because if you get hit, you're done.
Okay.
So, and still the hard platforming aspect of it is there.
Yeah. Did he tell you about the difficulty of the platforming? When you guys were playing?
What do you mean?
When I was playing, so that second level, I'm playing through the level, and we get to a spot, he's like, stop here for a second, Harry. So you pick normal. If you were on easy, this thing would be open, and you wouldn't have to do this platforming section. You get to skip it.
Oh wow.
So that's only between normal and easy. Like I asked him, like, okay, if I go hard, is there even more platforming? No, it's the same one from
No,
now
yeah,
on.
you
But
didn't-
if you pick the easy one,
I think
so if
that's.
you're playing with like a kid or something, you can skip some of the harder.
I think it's part of
platforming
it
stuff.
is that I know Mark Cerny wanted to make the first game very accessible for kids, and that was the whole co-op aspect, and that's probably that again.
So this
Yeah.
it's interesting because Like if you fall off screen, you can hit a button. The game will auto teleport you eventually. There's no angle screening or split screening in it at all.
Yeah.
But then you can also hit a button. You can just morph back to the guy again.
Okay.
And then you can come back out. So that helps a little bit. Like if if Josh or myself was playing with one of your kids or whatever, then and they can't make the jumps, then you can just kind of make the jumps for them, and then they can just morph to you.
Sure. And that mechanic is kind of in the first game, but not as refined.
It doesn't sound like, and I didn't really get to ask Nick a lot of them, but like it made it seem like the gems weren't shared though. Remember? Certain stuff
One
is
thing
and
was-
certain things
yeah,
aren't.
Certain things are and certain things aren't, and I wasn't clear on what was yet, I wasn't. But we'll learn more about it. And Glenn's going to see.
Yeah, so there's some pretty cool superpowers. Like we unlocked this like drill punch thing that you could like propel your teammate to. It was kind of interesting.
Oh, nice.
And then the swords were kind of cool. So it looked 60 frames, 4K. Yeah.
It looked really good. It definitely evolved. What did anybody else play?
Danganronpa 2. I mostly kind of like watch and play because it's like a very story-driven game, and it's
Yeah.
like
2 or 3?
3. Danganronpa 3. It's actually made with the PS4 in mind, as opposed to being a Vita game ported over. So they're taking advantage of that. So you can tell that the game, it just looks better, like it's bigger, that sort of thing. It's some older characters are gonna pop up in the new one. It's kind of hard to talk about without like going into spoilers and stuff like that. They are adding new stuff to the trial. They're gonna add like lying is gonna be a big thing. Like because before you just have to do like the mini games and like just try and work the mini games, but now you can like lie your way through the trial.
Okay.
So you can try and find information out. Like the whole point of Danganronpa is you're a bunch of kids in a school, and a teddy bear is making you kill each other.
Sounds legit.
So if someone doesn't, if you don't start killing each other, you'll just kill everyone. And the whole point of the trial is if you murder someone, or if someone gets murdered, you need to figure out who killed the guy, who killed the person. And if you pick the wrong person, everyone dies, and the person that killed it lives.
Okay.
So the whole point of the trial is to find out who did it. So there's a lot of like mini games of like just evidence, finding evidence and everything like that. So they're adding lying to it, so you can try and like bluff your way out of situations, or you can, if you think someone is the murderer, you can like just lie about stuff instead of before you had to like have hard evidence to do everything. So it sounds like now that's going to be a pretty big change to the game. So you might not need to rely on the investigation stuff as much if you just have an idea of who the murderer is. So I'm hoping to actually get more time with it sometime this week, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. With 15,000 extra people on the show floor.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome. You get to play Ni no Kuni too, didn't you?
Yep. Played a little bit of that. They had one demo here, so they have a different one at the show floor. And it's basically just a little bit of story and then a single boss fight.
Okay.
But it's kind of interesting. The biggest change is that the familiars that were in the first game. The first game was kind of more of like a monster collecting and taming and raising game, and this one doesn't have that. So you kind of jump into battle. You still have like these little helpers, but they're not like the familiars aren't really raising as much. And so I was talking to him afterwards, and he said that they kind of replaced that with, instead of raising your familiars, you're now, the story is involving a kid who becomes king, and then it gets kind of, a coup happens, he loses it. So now he's kind of building his own kingdom. And so the new gameplay mechanic is that you build your own kingdom on the side. So you're building up people, building up towns, stuff like that, from what I understand. So that's kind of the new side mechanic, in addition to the normal RPG mechanics.
Okay.
And
Look good.
yeah, it looked good. Played pretty well. It's a little bit more. The first one had a little bit more. You were trying to command your familiars in battle and your allies, and there's still a little bit of that, but it's a little bit more action heavy now. So it's a little bit more. In fact, in the demo, you couldn't even switch characters, which is something that you'll be able to do in the final game. So it was all entirely one character and focus on, hey, dodge the boss, attack at the right time to knock him out, attack and stun and stuff like that. So but played pretty well.
Cool.
What'd you play? I played Matterfall.
And that's the one from the house mark, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Focus the bows, the Rezo guns, and
Stardust.
Stardust. So picture all that kind of a complex control and high score combo building shit with some 2D platforming.
Uh-huh. Is it all 2D platforming or does it switch perspectives?
Nope, not that I've played. Well, I only played the first one.
Okay. What'd you think?
Love it,
Yeah.
but it's really complex. Gonna be easy to pick up, tough to master.
How was that? They told you?
No, I made that up.
Okay.
You made it up, yeah. Never heard that term before. Oh
I love
man.
how he's so loud during the day and then he's so monotone. on the
No,
podcast.
he hasn't eaten for like 3 hours or 4 hours and his
Mike.
tank's empty.
Mike and camera shy.
Mike and camera shy, yeah. That's what
We
it
have
is.
some fireball if you need some encouragement.
Fireball. You bought that and you guys haven't even drank a drop, have you?
Nope.
Nope.
It's because you told us we would die.
You know that. It's still terrible for you. This coming from a guy that, well. Dave, did you play anything?
I mean, just I played Knack 2, and then a couple of the other stuff that I wanted to check out was kind of getting. There was more people were getting in. It was getting kind of crowded.
Yeah.
There wasn't anything that I saw that like I wanted to play Far Cry 5, and I saw you play it. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I don't really need to play it. You know?
Right, right.
Because what I saw was
Very
cool.
short down.
They had a lot of stuff there. They had a lot of stuff there that was already out too. So I mean, that wasn't. It was still cool, but
I think some of it was like the far point they had there. I think they said they were showing something new.
That's the DLC.
Oh.
Yeah, that was Farpoint DLC.
But I mean, there wasn't like, I guess I didn't expect there to be anything like crazy there, but it wasn't anything like. I mean,
it was
Act
for
2
me.
Yeah, well, the fact that Act 2 was there and like Josh and I walked in within the first like 3 minutes, like, hey, you want to play? We're like, yeah. So that was kind of cool
Nice.
for this. And I was like, oh, God. At that one time, like I was ever hungry. So.
But
Same here.
what else did you play?
Did Everybody's Golf
Nice.
as Shuhei Yoshida.
Nice.
He wasn't in the beta.
No, he was not in the beta. No.
He was there too. I saw him walking around in that
No.
arcade area.
I missed him. But you know, it was fun. Plays really well. And Patapon. Yeah.
I forgot to load that game up the first time. What is this? What's going on?
Man, it looks great. You know, it's 4K.
Yeah.
No HDR because there wasn't really a
Well,
lot of color in it
Right.
to begin with. But the guy there, the guy who was working on the game, he told me that they can do those PSP games, they can get it onto the PS4 in about a month,
Right.
and then the rest of the time is just kind of refining it and just cleaning things up. But for the most part, it's really, really, really easy to get it
Nice.
from the PSP to the PS4.
I expect we'll see more of that.
Yeah. Well, Loco Roco 2 was announced tonight
Right,
as
right.
well, so it looks like they're making that push, which is great.
It
I've always
is.
wanted a lot of those PSP games that were unique to that system that never came anywhere else.
Right.
That now they're getting that push and they're getting the PS4 and they look amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's nice to have that.
It sounds like there was a couple of announcements done on that pre-show, like while we were in the arcade,
were.
and then we just haven't really had a chance to catch up on them yet or anything.
Well, there was that live whatever
yeah,
that was.
but I mean,
video
even that, it
crap
sounds like
about.
there was even more stuff than that. A couple of VR games were announced there too. Just a little bit that I heard
okay.
scrolling through my Twitter. So we might, maybe you're gonna get some emails about those later tonight. You might have them, but I was just saying that we might, or that might be stuff we see on the floor too.
Sure. Did you play anything else, Mike?
No.
All right. Well, let's move on to the conference then.
Oh, I played more stuff.
Did you?
I played 4 more games.
Holy
Three-
shit, man.
three more
Wait, you
games.
disappeared on
Yes,
us.
we were standing in line and he was playing games.
Well, I mean, the
I played all
normal
the games that had short lines.
the normal crap happened to me. I showed up and everybody wanted to talk right away, so I was just yapping the whole time I was there.
Yeah.
So what else did you play?
I played Final Fantasy Dissidia, which is that.
It
Final
just got
Fantasy
announced,
fighting
yeah.
game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's been in arcades for about a year in Japan. And so I played one match of that. I got my ass handed to me. But I was kind of like trying to figure out the controls. There was no one standing there like helping me. Like,
Yeah.
normally you walk up to someone's like, here's what the controls are. They apparently buggered off. So,
We're gonna get some chicken.
yeah, something like that.
Good chicken.
But I mean, it played pretty well. It looked cool. It looked really cool.
Nice.
And then I played that slot card game.
Time
Oh!
Side Tracks.
Yeah, that's VR.
Yeah,
Yeah.
VR. I got my ass handed to me in that.
But I mean, because it's you kind of looking like you're sitting at a table and your
Yeah.
track is on the table, right?
Well, even more than that, because like there's a whole environment. So like the first level he had me play is half underwater, and he's like, lean forward, lean forward. You like lean forward, and your head goes underwater, and then you can like see underwater a little bit better. You don't have to. I mean, you can see it just fine.
Yeah, that's a
But-
lot.
You have to hold your breath
Yeah.
Until
That's
you,
where
until you
Andy
faint.
voluntarily.
Until you
Yeah,
faint.
momentarily.
That's why Andy disappeared. He passed out because he was
Exactly.
read too long.
Passed out.
They were doing CPR on him before.
But it was really weird because like there's like I don't know if you say drifting, but when you hit the turns, you have to like hit the right direction on the analog stick, and if you press it too far, you'll like spin out.
Oh, sure.
But if you do it too not enough, then you won't turn fast enough. So you get the right spot, you'll kind of earn boost meter, and then you can boost around the track. And
Okay.
it was slowly getting the hang of it, but just
Okay.
yeah, got last place every race. And then I jumped in right before you guys, or the doors open. The crowd kind of emptied out, and I played a little bit of EC.
I saw that there.
Yeah.
He's like, gee, everybody's gone, now we can play games.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, now I get
should
to
have
play
did that
stuff.
too then. if
Well, I
you
knew
thought-
the seat ninja was going to get me a seat, so I didn't worry about it.
Should've stuck with Andy.
Yeah. What'd you think?
That was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looked cool. I watched it for about a minute and then I started talking to somebody.
I was having the E3 problem where I'm trying to dodge, but I'm pressing the dodge button from the game I've been playing before.
Yeah.
This is the dodge button. Oh shoot! I just got hit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it played great. It looked great.
Nice.
Pretty similar to the last few games, but
It's alright.
fantastic.
Cool.
games, so.
Is that it?
Yep.
Alright. On to the conference.
Yes.
And then we're done.
Yeah. Okay. Much better.
Then everybody can pass out and sleep.
I'm hungry. Uncharted Lost Legacy opened up the conference.
That was a nice solid start.
That waterfall was really cool.
Oh, with
Yeah.
the sand. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it was.
I think it was water.
I thought it was water.
Oh, was
I
it?
don't think it was sand. I think it was water.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Plus water.
I actually got a good video of that with my phone. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, that looked really.
Shot it in vertical mode, yo.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like more of Uncharted is playing as a female character.
It's
Which
Chloe.
is great. Yeah.
Chloe's like, I was so disappointed when Chloe wasn't informed.
Yeah. But it made sense.
And then we still don't have a date for that, right?
I think they just said coming
This year, right?
2017. Yeah. I don't know. I tweeted it.
No, I know. I mean, they didn't say it during the conference, so I just was.
I'm not sure.
You know, I'm looking forward to it. It looks great.
Oh, I think it's gonna be awesome. Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
Josh is going to bed.
These chairs require readjustment sometimes.
It's true. I was gonna put it on the back, and we were gonna use that to rock MGC to sleep,
mm,
like a little crib.
Onward.
yeah, Horizon's good DLC.
Looked awesome.
Is it the Frozen Dawn?
Yeah.
Frozen Wilds.
Wilds, yeah.
Okay.
Quick DLC too, like this year.
Yeah.
And we got snowed on.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little bit of snow.
I wonder if it'll be like a new area or just like.
I think it's a new area because it's a new tribe.
Yeah,
That was
it looked
definitely
like,
a
it
new
looked like
tribe.
some different creatures too.
Yeah.
A little bit
Yeah.
of different stuff to them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look great.
I just wonder how they're gonna handle, the normal creatures out in the plains and all that because I'm at level 50. I can just take those bitches out.
Maybe,
So
well, if it's a DLC, maybe they're bumping a level up 5 points or 10 points.
maybe yeah. I don't know.
Most RPGs do that for DLC. They'll just like
Sure.
raise the level cap or whatever.
Sure.
Or like starting point.
Glenn's at the level cap on RPG.
I'm not. It's amazing.
I hit the level cap. Yeah.
Then after that, we got to see Days Gone, which
Wow.
looks like a way better game than it did last year. Took
I
this in
think it
terms
looked
of,
the same as it did last year. They just showed
Well,
more stuff.
yeah, they showed more stuff. I wasn't
It was
unimpressed
a
with
ton
it.
of visual polish.
God damn it.
It just it looked like a lot. It was deeper. Everything was deeper about it. Like even when he went out in the woods, a lot more gameplay elements than we saw before.
Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, the gameplay for sure. Like, because like I was even talking to Chris, RPG gamer or whatever.
F those RP gamer guys.
He was saying, I just don't want another generic zombie game, and I'm like, there's more to it than that, man.
Oh yeah, definitely.
There's more to that game. Like, it's just Sony just doesn't do something like, or Ben would have been working so long on something that's going to be that just basic, where you're just shooting the, what are they called again, the horde?
But what I even talked about this last year at E3 that they weren't really talking about it too much, but there's an entire economy system built into the game because you're a bounty hunter, but is money what runs everything anymore? Probably not. It's going to be a barter system or whatnot. So there's going to be a lot more going on. It's a much bigger environment that I think people understand it being. And
I'm sorry, Uncharted Lost Legacy is August 23rd.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
So,
I thought, yeah.
yeah, thank you to Mr. Bodoff.
All right.
Bodoff.
I mean, I'm still personally a little turned away by the zombie thing, even though they're not officially zombies.
They're zombies.
Yeah, well, especially, and then it ended with the zombie bear. Nope.
Yeah, he looked great. Barbed wire, picket fence on him, great.
Just, wow. But the visual fidelity, wow. I mean, it was very different than last year.
And if there's an economic system in there where you need to buy, like he put an explosive charge onto a wall or onto a fence, and if that's something you need to like Last of Us style craft or find or buy, like that would,
I have a feeling there's going to be crafting in there. Not as much as Last of Us, but I think there's going to be some.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll find out more this week because I think we have an appointment for it. I think.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah. I mean, they showed like the stealth. They showed
Yeah.
all that stuff. Yeah. I don't know. It looked more interesting than it did last year. It's still not my type of game, but
Officially me either because of the zombie thing, but yeah.
zombies and stealth are two things.
I'm very confident that they're going to tell a great story. So.
Yeah. But maybe, I mean, so was Last of Us, and I never really played that game. I went to YouTube and I found where they stitched everything together and I watched it.
But I did like Last of Us, but that's just because
Sure.
Then after
When there was hanging zombie people.
Oh yeah,
Oh, God.
Like real people too, yeah.
Yeah.
And they moved.
that
That's
was
crazy.
weird.
Yeah.
And then they just like they went back up to their.
Then they just went up to the rafters and hung upside down up there.
Waved to Sean Layden as he walked by.
Yeah. So then Sean Layden came out in a suit. No Easter egg teaser.
No.
T-shirt. But I think he only does that at PSX, right?
I think he only does the PSX, yes. Well, he accidentally did it at E3 his first year.
Oh yeah, he came out
That-
with
he
a
had the
sweater.
Vibram.
Oh yeah, the under the suit, right?
Yeah.
He came out and just said, "There's some games. We're gonna show more games." And that's
Here's
wasn't
VR.
that good, yeah.
Wasn't yeah. I think it was VR next.
No, this was the Monster Hunter.
Oh, yeah.
Thing.
Oh.
Where
Where
Chris
like
is
me,
going,
Andy, and Chris are trying to
That's
figure
Monster
out.
Hunter, is it? No, that's still Monster Hunter. No, wait, no. Oh, it's Monster Hunter.
Yeah, because
It
Andy
looked
was
good.
pointing out the sword, like, no, that's Monster Hunter sword, and Chris is like, no, it can't be. And then as soon as the dude turned around and ran, me and Chris were like, nope, that's Monster Hunter.
Well, and then
that's
the one dragon came in that was very much, I think that's a very like classic Monster Hunter.
Yeah, Chris screamed the name of it.
Been a long time since a Monster Hunter game was on a Sony platform, right?
Yeah,
PSP?
PSP.
That was the last time I
Mm.
played Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter World, I think it's called.
Yeah,
Yes.
the new one, yeah.
They didn't show any other people, so now everyone's going crazy like, is it not co-op? Is it not co-op? But it's just a trailer.
Chill out. We'll
see.
find out.
We'll find out.
Andy,
I haven't-
Andy will get to the bottom of it at his appointment.
Yeah, I'm meeting with Capcom when
One of these days.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, I think.
Yeah.
Then we had Shadow of the Colossus remake, remaster.
Yeah, PS4 from Blue Point.
That's exciting.
I think it's cool.
Looked fantastic.
Yeah, Josh kind of like perked up a little bit during that point.
That's funny because the person next, I guess it was Emma or somebody, whoever was next to Emma was like trying to say the name of the game. Like, it was very obvious from like the curved arch thing. I was like, oh, that's Shadow of the Colossus. Like,
Yeah, even I knew it.
Yeah.
I was wondering at first. I'm like, oh, they're doing like a sequel or something. But then,
They can get the frame rate right this time.
yeah.
This time.
Yeah, because they had a problem with that on the PS3 collection, and I had heard word that this was happening, and I didn't know if it was a rumor or not, so I never really brought it up. But it's cool. It's
I guess I will
exciting.
buy the game for the third time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
same
see
here.
real, damn it.
This would be like third time I buy it.
Nice. It looked cool though. Wow.
Yeah, no, it looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a nice surprise. It's
Yeah.
probably the only surprise at the conference today.
Just about. I mean, the Monster Hunter
Yeah.
overall
Oh, yeah,
was I
Monster
think a
Hunter,
big
yeah.
surprise, but
There's always a Monster Hunter game. but this first time it's on PlayStation in a while. So.
But it wasn't a Nintendo press conference.
Then we got Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
With the demo that said download now, even though it's not up for
No.
download.
It is.
Is it now?
It is.
It's been up since we started.
I was looking while we were getting set up, and it wasn't there.
Since we started.
Oh.
When
Oh.
it first started, it's been
They must have found out we were recording. They were waiting until the stream went live.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Dicks.
Because when we started, I started flipping through Twitter, and as I'm flipping through Twitter, it's like 13 minutes ago was.
Well, then you guys had to
Here it
put on the basketball game, so clearly that's what it was.
Sports ball fails
Sports
you
ball.
again.
Kick it off
exactly.
from your phone and shut your mouth.
Right.
They showed the trailer, the demo's gonna be a story demo. I guess the big reveal was supposed to be Black Panther, but the roster leaked a month ago.
Yeah.
So everyone, like, all the big reveals in the trailer, like, a month ago, everyone knew
Yeah.
about it, so.
It looked cool. I mean, the stuff they were showing.
Look good, but I'm not gonna buy it.
The people behind me pointed that some of the faces look off, and yeah, some of the faces look off. Chun-Li was...
Chun-Li did not look good.
Yeah.
That was one that really grabbed me right away. I don't really like her voice either.
No. Though the people behind me kept saying, "Oh look, She-Hulk," and I just wanted to turn around and be like, "No, that's Gamora."
You should have.
Ah, fuck that. Then we get into
Yeah.
a nerd battle. No.
We had a very vocal group behind us.
I said Gamora.
People behind me kept saying, "Oh look, She-Hulk, She-Hulk."
Yeah, I heard it
But
too.
literally in the trailer, the
Oh,
person
they did.
turns around
Well,
and goes,
no, but
hey, Gamora.
I know, but they couldn't hear that because they were constantly She-Hulk, She-Hulk, She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to turn around and be like, "Gamora, look at her eyes."
Duh.
Bastards.
Into her eyes.
Then we got a fireworks show with Call of Duty World War II.
That was so.
I actually jumped like that.
So did Dave.
Yeah.
Popping fireworks off. On
Yeah. Blast
I felt
off.
at home and I needed a duck and cover.
I'm in Detroit. Oh, I'm having nightmares.
You think I'd be used to that too? But I still shoot like, oh.
It was cool.
Yeah, because every time they would throw a grenade,
If that was supposed to be like the multiplayer reveal, I didn't really get that vibe
That's the
from
thing.
it.
That's what we were
I
told.
got
that they
more
were
of a campaign vibe from it. I don't know if that was
Maybe
available.
multiplayer
No, it
reveal.
looked like
No.
a campaign.
But multiplayer is going to be, it's playable at the show, so we can play multiplayer in the Activision booth. That I know.
Yeah, I mean, it looks good. Like, I'm actually interested in the Call of Duty game. But I feel like I've said that the last couple times, then Call of Duty comes out.
Yeah, good.
I'm
Still-
excited. World War II on the new system. So.
Still waiting to play Modern Warfare. And then break that off eventually.
Oh yeah. Jeez, I can't believe they haven't done that yet.
1 year.
Damn, what is
It'll be 1 year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They wrote an exclusive deal with themselves.
Yeah.
They can't break for a year.
Alright, what was next?
We got the VR games. So it started with Skyrim VR.
Right. And Chris was complaining up and down. He's like, I can see the pixels. It's so low
I
quality.
mean, so they specifically made sure not to say Skyrim Special Edition. So
Right.
this is PS3 360 Skyrim
Right.
VR headset, which makes sense because even Pro can't do that. There's a reason why Fallout 4 VR is not coming to,
Right.
to PlayStation.
It's pretty hilarious because Chris literally lives 20 minutes from me,
Yeah.
and we never hang out. We always have these reasons that we don't hang out. And we see each other at E3 every year and we hang out. I'm like, you can come over and play it on my PSVR if you want.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's right, yeah. I go, well, let's have to find some weird excuse for you to come over. But he was like, oh, this looks like trash.
But I think it's more like, yeah, I mean, like the stuff that you see with some of the VR, some of it looks amazing, some of it doesn't. And I think
Well, but some of the trailers
it's the
aren't really representative of what
right,
they
but I think it's the whole fact of playing Skyrim in VR.
It's a full
Right.
game.
Right.
It's like 100, 200, it's 100 plus
Like
hours.
watching Josh inventory management in VR.
The thing that I was really wondering watching that is it looked like they were doing the two move thing because he was like holding the shield in one hand and
Right.
the sword in the other hand. But then I'm wondering how he's moving.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Isn't that the analog stick on the
No.
move?
No, that's why you have the nunchuck.
Oh,
Yeah,
Honestly, they're probably doing it with the DualShock.
probably.
I wouldn't doubt it.
So maybe it just looked like.
But I know
he
what
was
you're saying
swinging.
with his hand gesturing out too, kind of looked like a move controller.
Yeah.
Maybe it uses the motion control and you can
Chuck your controller.
do something like,
I don't know.
stir the soup like I'm doing right now for the people on the stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Double, total.
Wait, you know what? I have my DualShock in my pocket.
I would be interested though to see if you can play it out of VR, because like playing a 100-hour game in VR.
It's an
You're not gonna
interesting.
play 100 hours all at once.
No, I know, but still, like
Yeah.
Skyrim's not one of those like I'm just gonna pick up for 20 minutes like a lot of VR titles.
You hear a lot of people say, I played Skyrim, I picked up Skyrim to play for 30 minutes and I lost 4 hours of my life.
Right.
I just want to know if like
But I've sat in VR for hours at a time.
yeah.
So have I.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if you could play out of VR or if it's just like a full.
Yeah, it's
VR
called
title.
Skyrim.
No, I know, but like if you
Pick any of the
purchase
5
that,
versions of the game they released.
yeah, like am I gonna have to
Well, you
purchase
got the
Skyrim
save file,
Special
I mean-
Edition? Oh, that'd be also interesting. Like the save file, like would.
Can you bring your old save file over to it or something?
Yeah, it could, like, am I gonna have to purchase Special Edition to play it outside of VR?
I don't know.
No.
Yeah, how segregated is it gonna be?
I'm actually surprised that Bethesda didn't announce that on their conference.
Well, I'm not. I'm not that surprised.
Gotta give something to it.
No, I know.
I mean, they did Skyrim for Switch because Nintendo didn't do it. Well, Nintendo's doing a stream tomorrow, right?
They're doing a treehouse thing again in the morning. aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they would try.
Yeah. I don't know.
So then after that, we got Star Child VR, which was the side scroller.
That looked weird.
I just don't know how, because Josh and I were
She
mentioning
looked like the daughter of Ooh La La from
Yeah, from Space Channel 5.
Yeah.
Nice.
Is that the, but no, it was the next game we saw that looked like you were controlling the environment while the character moved through.
That was
like,
the little mouse one.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that was the same thing. I was like, is this still VR? And you're like, yeah. I'm like,
Everything was.
Yeah.
Everything.
I know, but I just from a
Because they
VR
had-
standpoint, I don't
And
understand how you.
actually, I like the way they did that. They had the bead curtains down on the side, which were doing a thing which signified this is VR, but it even made it feel
Look larger.
different,
Yeah.
which was kind of nice.
I just didn't understand how that game was going to be played in VR.
It-
Like,
it-
it was clever
From what I can tell, it
design,
looked
way
like a
to-
puzzle game.
Yeah.
You're talking about the mouse one?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the
Oh,
child
sorry,
one.
yeah, I don't know about
Like,
that.
like why is
That
that?
one looked like more like a story
Yeah,
trailer.
like why is that VR? Yeah. But
We'll find out.
That's another GameStop joint.
maybe Skyrim
Is it?
VR is a
Is
pain.
it the
Oh,
publisher?
Game Trust.
Yeah, Game Trust.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was wondering because I know that name from something, so it's GameStop. You have like stock in Game Trust or anything?
I'm not at liberty to say.
What was next?
After Star Child, we had the Impatient from Supermassive.
That looked interesting.
That's Until Dawn prequel.
Really?
It is.
Oh shit.
It's set like 50 years, 60 years before.
Oh, the Doctor did look for.
Yeah,
Is that
that's
the
what he-
same Doctor?
It's 50, 60 years before.
Oh, okay.
that.
He'd be yeah, yeah.
But it's all new characters, but it's that same place.
Okay.
Blackwood Asylum, I think it was.
Yeah, something like that.
But that's when I saw that I was like, oh shit, it is Until Dawn, and you can tell by the look of it that it's like the 1950s or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
It looked
VR,
cool.
so that's-
Yeah, it looked creepy as shit.
Awesome.
And then we got a banger right here, Final Fantasy 15 VR fishing.
Everyone looks at me.
We were looking over you when they were playing it too. We were like, what is
Yeah.
that? Look.
Monster of the Deep.
Yeah. Final Fantasy 15 had a fishing mini game. It looks like basically that, but in VR. So I don't know. Honestly didn't play a whole lot of it in the main game itself. So, I'm wondering if they're like trying to get rid of that shooting game that people didn't care for last year.
That was fun.
Sure.
It was a Final Fantasy VR thing that you push the move button, the move navigation button, and you blinked across the screen.
Yeah.
And you were
Oh,
fighting,
yeah.
You were
You're
fighting the
a
monster.
demon,
Yeah.
Use like the car scene after that.
Yeah.
No, I actually like the shooting element.
Yeah. After then you got.
My name is not
cars with,
ready.
Sydney.
Didn't it come with 15 though?
No.
Oh, it didn't.
Nope.
Okay.
Not out at all. No.
Weird. All right.
Then after
Josh even put in like my review. He put in a section for VR, and I did like ask him to take it out. I'm like, there's no VR in the game. They didn't release that. Thanks for it. So that's what I'm wondering. Like, is this thing gonna supersede that? Or are they gonna like put a Final Fantasy 15 VR package? I don't know.
Yeah.
They were very light on details. A lot
So
of
that
things.
never released.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
That is fucked up. They spent a lot of time on that at E3 last year. Wow.
Okay, then we got Bravo Team VR.
Oh, where we thought it was, yeah. Oh, is this SOCOM VR?
Two from Supermassive.
Yeah, two from Supermassive.
That looked kind of cool.
They should have thrown SOCOM's name on
Good
there.
team.
No, they
Ah,
should
yeah,
not
they
have.
burned.
No, we don't
I'm
need
guessing
that
that that's
SOCOM.
gonna be a
for that
game controller
controller.
game.
I'm thinking so
Oh,
too,
yeah.
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 That
It looks very
That's a
much
good
like.
point.
definitely.
Exactly.
Yeah, Josh calling it like another good use for the aim controller.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was kind of expecting to like do like the silhouette aim like inside the gun thing for a split second, be like, look, it's the aim game. They
Duh.
didn't do it.
Yeah.
They kind of showed it from an interesting angle though when they were showing the guy ADS. He kind of had the right side of the screen to the middle kind of look to it.
Sure.
That might have just been the way that particular trailer was being controlled, maybe. But
Yeah.
And we got Moss. Which
That was
is
one of
the
Mouse.
Mouse, yeah.
the
Right.
cute.
yeah, and that one
Yeah.
looked like you were more like a over spirit or like a spirit
Yeah.
controlling the environment while the mouse did its own thing.
Yeah, like a puzzle game where you're like grabbing
In
stuff.
the water looked like Studio Ghibli.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what some people were saying. You hear people saying, what?
Well, no, that's the game is you play a Twitch streamer. You're an influencer. You're influencing.
Then we got God of War, early 2018.
Oh, man.
The trailer, great.
Wow.
Gameplay trailer.
His beard is strong. Oh, cool.
Was I the only one that noticed that the one person referred to the kid as his son?
No, I noticed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I think that was something that was.
I thought they confirmed
They
Mike
said
said that as
the-
a son.
I thought the first
They
one
said
they
it in
never
the
really
very
said.
first trailer.
Yeah.
No, actually, I don't think they ever said it was his
Very
son.
strongly at
They
it.
made it seem like, in my perspective, they always made it seem like, even in the appointment I had last year, that there's the possibility that it was a woman that Kratos was with, and it was her son, but before Kratos was around. Like he might have like inherited the kid when she gets killed or something.
I
She
must have missed
survived the
that. I
video.
was always under the assumption that's his son. I
Nah.
don't know where I heard that or.
I feel like they're going towards. I mean, did they confirm that his mother's not around?
No,
I
but
feel like they're going to her.
nah. Actually, in the reveal last year, it made it seem like because the knife that he gives him,
Was
he's
his
like,
mother's
"This was
son."
your mother's."
Yeah.
And the thing is, I don't think they said this is your son. I think he said you need to be a father. And I would take that a little bit differently because
Yeah,
it might be that you
maybe
need to
you're
be
right.
the father figure for this kid.
Maybe you're right.
If
But
you have
he
the
kept,
appointments, you need to bring that up.
he kept throwing that axe though, and he would pick it back up like in unison and just fight through again.
Yeah.
That was so cool.
Yeah. Doing the Thor hammer with the
Yeah,
axe.
he would throw it and then he would like go and like punch some things for a little while, and he would just turn around and catch it and then like chop somebody's
Yeah.
head off.
There's a dedicated button to do that.
Just looked cool.
And there's one point in the trailer I was talking with Glenn where the voiceover is like, and you'll need to get help from others from sometimes.
Right.
And he hands the axe or the sword to the dude, and I was just first thing that popped up was like, I hope the weapons don't degrade, or anything like that. I don't think they
Oh
will.
God, Zelda.
Yeah. But
Showed the kid being a little badass too, stabbing that thing in the face.
Yep.
yeah, I still don't like that kid. Something about that kid.
Sounds like you're jealous. Well, he's kind of bigger than you, so.
I don't know. I just don't like the kid. Maybe he'll be better. But,
All right then.
Same thing though. What did they say? Early 2018 is what it
Yeah.
said.
Yeah.
I kept thinking it would be like a March game.
March.
Always
Yeah.
March.
It is.
This conference lacked a lot of dates.
Yes.
It's probably for good though. I mean, it's
Liked a lot of new games too.
They give us Windows.
I'm a Mac person.
Thank you.
All right, what was next?
I was working on one for like Windows back there kind of thing, but
Yeah.
Then we got Detroit.
Looked awesome. Wow.
I feel like that game has changed directions like 3 times though.
No, I think they're just revealing new parts of it.
They said that it was gonna be like.
No, I
this.
know, but when they showed it like last year, they showed like a murder investigation with the
Yeah.
police.
Yeah,
And now
exactly.
they're showing this guy that's like an android that's bringing an android army.
like,
They
so it's
showed
almost like you're playing the
the police
antagonist.
guy in the middle of the trailer.
Yeah.
That was
Well,
Right in the middle of that trailer was that same cop
He
from
was
last year.
Yeah, he was sitting there watching all them. They right from the start, when they first introduced it and they showed the woman, they said you're going to be playing as several different characters
Yeah.
in different stories throughout this.
And actually,
you're going to be able to make your own.
Right.
Yeah.
and playable at that arcade was the hostage situation from last year
I
too.
didn't even see that.
Yeah.
Played it.
Yeah. That's what was
Well,
playable
there
on
was
the
a
board.
big line around that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ton of people around that.
Yeah.
No, I mean I get that Quantic Dream does that different direction thing, but like even like right now, I still don't. And I guess that's the problem I'm having with a lot of this E3 is I just don't know what these games are.
That's what you'll find out.
Yeah,
this
there's
week.
not a lot of explaining stuff.
Yeah.
And
And any, not just Detroit, but like I feel like a lot of these
Yeah.
games.
Yeah.
And that's what bothered me about this whole Sony media briefing thing, is everybody was complaining years ago that it was all too much talking, too much blah, 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 show me games. And now it's gone too far the other way. Now it's all games.
trailer,
And
trailer.
It was 2 hours or an hour, whatever it was, of trailers, and
They weren't even live. None of them had like a
Sean
person
Layden
standing
stepped
there
on
playing.
stage twice just to say, hey, great, thanks for being here, here's some more trailers, and he walked off.
Sure.
Yeah.
I want, what I miss, and it took me this long to figure it out, what I miss and what I really wanted was a developer on stage saying, hey, this is our game, this is what we
You
made.
should, you
this
should
is
watch
why we
Ubisoft's
made
press
it."
conference
And
then.
this, yes, but that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
I wanted more. of
Well,
that.
and I
wanted
agree with you,
more-
Emily.
More interaction with developers and people talking and explaining stuff and their passion for the game and why they made this. And we could have watched 2 hours of trailers
It's a YouTube
at
playlist
any
now.
point during the year, you know? I expect more.
This is the
more
third
than
E3.
that in a press
It's
conference.
the third E3 that Detroit's at,
Sure.
and I still don't know what that game is really about.
I have other issues.
I think
with
he
that.
doesn't want you to. We never know what his games are.
I don't know even
Heavy Rain and-
I just don't even know the gist of like, I don't know, it's just, that's just me, I guess, maybe I'm missing
To
something.
Dave's point, it seemed today like this Android's focus was too big to not be the whole game. But
No, I think it's one side of the story.
No, it's
Yeah.
part of the story.
He's liberating all these androids, and then you've got the cop that you have to control.
Who was a cop android.
Right, and then
Who
you've got the
sees
woman.
things differently as an android than these other ones.
It's
You've got the revolutionary androids that are trying
Okay,
to.
but my whole, I guess
it's
my
a
thing
single
is-
story from a lot of points of view.
Right, but that was 24 months ago that we saw the woman.
Sure.
Yeah.
you saw her again today.
Yeah, she was in the trailer.
It was playable in the arcade room.
Yeah.
It was the rooftop scene though, which I think was last year.
That's
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Then I was mad that I didn't see that it was like,
Oh, yeah, no, yeah, it was there. It was behind Mac.
Well, you could play at the show floor today. Behind those 15,000 other.
So I thought that, even going into today, I thought that the Sony conference was gonna be like a bunch of redundancy, like they didn't really have any, they weren't gonna really have any surprises for us, and I thought they were gonna show us Sucker Punch's game, and that's where it was gonna come from.
That's because everybody wanted to see Sucker Punch's new game,
But,
It's been 3 years since they put out a game.
and that's fine.
Yeah. So I thought they were gonna, the
Get it
safety
right.
race was gonna be a bunch of
Disney,
dates,
but-
you know, which they gave us Windows, but then they gave us a lot of effects too, I think, to distract us.
Everybody's distracted now. All right, what was that for Detroit?
No, but I have like other issues with Detroit still. Like I still don't feel like the writing's gonna be there. Like I almost died when the android goes up to the other android and taps it on the shoulder. He's like, "You're awake now." It's like he might as well just whisper in your ear, "You're woke now," and then just walk away. Because then he just goes on his political, then he just does this like political speech, and then I'm just trying not
that's
to.
how
die.
androids talk to each other, you hater.
So you're just saying you think David's writing is cagey?
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
my god.
I will excuse the pun because it emphasizes exactly the way I feel.
Oh boy.
Okay, what was next?
You're awake now. Pop.
I'm never gonna go to sleep. Awesome.
I don't know. It's something about the writing because I still have issues with the writing with other games. After that, we got Destiny 2. Take it away, Dave.
Alright, so what they showed today was another trailer for Destiny 2, and apparently like the release date has moved up 2 days on
Yeah.
consoles only, and the PC release date was announced today, and the beta date was announced today. All of it done off stage, which I don't really
The beta
understand.
date was released?
Yes.
Really?
Like, going through Twitter on the way home, all
What
this
is the
stuff.
beta date?
July 17th.
Yeah.
And then PlayStation, I think it's like 2 days early. Xbox gets
Cool.
there's a whole tiered thing to it, and they actually push the PC beta date back, and it's gonna die on PC if it doesn't come out sooner. But anyway, so they announced the basic stuff that I expected we've all come to expect. There's an exclusive weapon, an exotic weapon. There's an exclusive strike, a PvP map. Those 4 things, and it's a 1-year exclusivity again.
Right.
And they showed Gaul, which is kind of disappointing. So.
For a Destiny nerd, apparently, I thought it was cool.
I mean, I guess maybe like they're trying to get more people, so they have to show the end game fight or
Sure.
The whole
Is that the Thanos guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
the whole gist of it is that Gaul is the leader of the Red Legion, which is the Cabal, another version of Cabal from Mars, and he feels that the Traveler made a mistake when picking the Guardians to wield the light, so he feels like he's just going to take the light himself from the Traveler.
Right.
And it sounds like from the reveal and some of the stuff that we saw here is that it's your journey to get your light back and figure out a new way to hold and wield the light.
Need some Neil Diamond. Turn on your hot light.
And for those of you that today was maybe the first time you saw the trailers or anything like that, that was the tower getting attacked and getting destroyed.
Right.
You will not be going back to the tower, or if you never played Destiny, you won't really know what the tower is until the beginning.
Nope. Alright.
Alright, then we got the best part of the conference with Spider-Man.
Yeah. Wow.
Which looked amazing.
That's the one I wanted to see today, and holy crap.
Some gameplay in there.
Yeah.
That was the Marvel-esque after the credits scene.
Yeah, they did a post-credit scene at a press conference and dropped
So can
Miles
someone
Morales.
explain that to me?
Miles Morales is Spider-Man in a different universe, but recently in the comics, I think with Secret Empire, he came over to Peter Parker's universe. So now they have to figure that out.
Or Marvel.
So he's the next Spider-Man after Peter Parker. So that could possibly play in. There's a lot of little Easter eggs in the trailer. I want to watch it later, but you saw Norman Osborn from Mayor.
Yeah,
There's
right.
all the different signs with all the different like major companies and everything like that. Like I can't wait for people to dissect that trailer.
Well, and from a technical point of view, the fact that he drops into that skyscraper and it's fully realized inside and
Yeah.
the helicopter. I mean, the stuff they're doing from a technical level is unseen.
Yeah.
Some of the things that it's just crazy.
There was a lot of environmental interaction as well,
Holy
where they were showing like the heat that whoever was, because I believe that was being played. It looked like it was possibly being played just because of the things that were
played at some point.
right.
Yeah.
Maybe not played live, but
But
there was. It looked like there was a point in time where he could have webbed to a piece of debris where like L1 showed up on the screen,
Yeah.
and I'm guessing that he could have webbed it and pulled it in and smacked somebody with it
Right,
or something
right.
like that. But it looked really cool.
Yeah, that was insane.
I saw a combo meter, like a
Yeah.
power meter that you're building up as you're doing things, including dodging and being defensive as well.
Quick time events were like Uncharted scale quality.
And even the scale of the city, and the way that they're loading that memory is.
When he was chasing that helicopter, it
Oh
was
my
smooth.
I hope the transitions are that smooth too from like the cutscenes. Like 'cause at one point, like you're in the middle of doing all the chasing stuff, and then you do a time where you like throw a beam, and then it
Yeah.
goes right back to the gameplay.
Yeah.
Like I hope it's like that.
It
That's good.
probably will be because they probably learned a little bit from Naughty Dog, and they've had that stuff in their games before, so I think it'll probably be pretty
Him running on the walls of the building
Oh
was so
my God.
cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah. As soon as he just like walked upright, and just went up, and it was like, oh, this is great.
Yeah,
And
that,
speed looks like it's there too.
yeah.
So,
We'll see how it controls. We'll see a lot of things, but it looks like Insomniac are probably making the best game.
And
Honestly.
it looked like they're showing you like the points where his webbing's actually hitting. So it's not like the other Spider-Man games where it's just
Yeah.
like you're just throwing a web into nothing.
Yep.
You actually look like you have to make sure you can
Yeah,
see.
you can't just swing from the sky. You mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Activision games.
And I think the bad guy was Tombstone in the train.
I have no
because
idea.
he had like silver face and everything like that. So, and then Fisk was on the phone. So like,
He might be earlier back here.
yeah, but it looks like you're trying to like kind of work with him because there's a bigger bad guy.
Right.
Which is I think that was Tombstone, but. Yeah.
Demons or something like that.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah,
fighting
something
demons.
like that. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with that game, but like I know Tombstone's like the silverish guy in their game. I think that guy turned silver at the end,
Okay.
but not too sure.
Or silver right?
Yeah.
I don't. It
I'm
looks
excited
cool.
for that.
It said the same thing early 2018, is that what it said?
Yeah. Did it say earlier? Did it say
I
2018?
think it's just
I
2018.
think it said 2018.
I might be getting confused. There was a lot of.
Yeah, there's a lot
A
of.
bigger window.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was.
In LA with them.
It would have been nice to see a little bit more newer stuff, like newer IPs, that sort of thing. Yes, I agree. But
Next to nothing indie wise.
That
no,
was disappointing as
Just
well.
like the
It's just the
preview
VR
already.
stuff.
Yeah.
They announced a bunch of stuff before the press conference. It's like
Yeah.
they dropped their indie stuff before that.
yeah.
I would have at least liked to see like an indie montage or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything.
I mean, there was a little bit of talk in the chat that there's rumors speculating that a Last of Us 2 trailer was pulled.
I can see it, but at the same time, it's not like they need.
Why was it, or why wasn't
I would
it
rather
pulled, or
they-
why wasn't it there? I don't know. I'm just. I said we didn't hear anything about it.
That
We
doesn't
didn't.
make any sense.
I would
right?
rather they like sit on the game until it's good and ready and
Yeah.
re-show it like 6 months before it comes out.
Right.
Maybe even less.
I agree. Yeah, I totally agree. I personally, I was okay with this guy. I think it's one of the better ones we saw this week so far. And
I said to Dave, I was underwhelmed. I mean, like, they showed cool stuff, but the presentation of everything, I was just kind of like,
I think they've set that precedent in the past, and we have an expectation from ones we've been in the past, and I see that. I get that.
I know that talking annoys people, but like I would like them to come out on stage and change Plus, say something about Plus,
but they
That
need
was the
to,
thing, yeah.
they need to talk about something. They need to have
Yeah.
developers on stage.
or
to
talk about
Yeah.
or talk about firmware again. I mean, like
Because literally, if you're just gonna stand there, if you're barely gonna put anybody on stage for a minute, and then just show trailers the whole rest of the time, why bother?
no console bundles announced, like, or even like, and I know that I'm the Destiny guy, but like Sony paid a lot of money for Destiny for their marketing. I would think that they would want to announce the beta, especially if it's first on their system. Like I think
That's really odd that
They
they,
would
yeah.
pump the crowd, or
Yeah.
something.
you know, it's playable or
Or just
whatever.
like something at the end of the trailer.
Yeah, like there was nothing. It was just weird. Like,
Yeah.
Nobody played the game the whole time, huh?
No,
Not that we saw.
I don't think they've
I
done that the last 2 years.
I feel like Days Gone was being played
Oh,
live.
yeah,
When he plays Days Gone at the end, they were
I
okay.
think, but I feel like Days Gone was being played there because at the very beginning he took a little while to move out on the bike.
I think they were all. Yeah, I agree. I think they were doing that in the background, but I think the Spider-Man one was recorded.
Right.
Yeah, it was odd but again, I think that because that precedent's been set the last few years, we had that expectation, and now we feel a little bit let down. I mean, I saw some cool stuff tonight, but I don't think I would say I was underwhelmed, but I was satisfied, but I wasn't like blown away except for like Spider-Man and how good Days Gone is looking now. But it wasn't a lot of the holy shit moments we had last year, especially.
Yeah,
Like, last year was just.
I just hope they're not getting. I just hope they're not getting comfortable.
I don't think they are.
Well, they just gave us a lot more of things, of the big stuff that we already doing. Right?
Yeah.
Extended demos, and then they kind of like kept us distracted with all the crazy shit, the explosions and the zombies, and the music at the beginning, and the waterfall,
The crane.
and the fireworks, and the
Yeah.
sun. You know?
Yeah, but essentially that was all fluff.
Yeah,
around
so
the
that we
franchise.
don't
Exactly.
complain that we already know about this shit.
Yeah, but it wasn't even.
But here we are complaining.
There was no, there was stuff that we never. We didn't know Shadow of the Colossus. We didn't know
We
Monster.
didn't know.
I mean, there was the supermassive thing. There were a lot of things in there that we didn't know. It's just
They don't-
literally
there's no breathing.
you did not need to bring all those people into a theater to sit down to just watch trailers. You know,
Yeah.
the whole idea of bringing people together into a theater at E3, to me, is to have developers on stage, to have people on stage, you don't have to spend hours on stage. You don't have to be Sony of 2006 saying, well, our first quarter results are in and this is what we did, you know?
Chris was yelling, "Where are my pie charts?"
But
Me and you were talking about that. I was like, Phil Harrison's not here anymore.
Yeah, it's true.
they've gone entirely too far in the other direction and it's just become trailers.
Yeah.
But I'm also wondering maybe they thought that people kind of wanted a break from what they've been seeing the last few days. Maybe.
And they did it last
I
year
don't know.
too, where like some of the coolest news
Yeah,
that they dropped.
They didn't just whip this together after watching what.
No, I get it,
everybody else did.
but it's also historic. I mean, from years past, they already know that we're going to see this one. Maybe that people don't want to see. I don't know. I'm not making excuses. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
I feel like just the whole year in general a little bit underwhelming.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Ubisoft was maybe the best because they did exactly what Josh was talking about. They
Yeah.
had some developers come
No, I
out
didn't
and
even see that one.
Yeah,
But
they
here's-
showed heart and
It
personality.
was an insanely solid presentation. It was
Ubi,
so
I think
well
right
done.
now, Monday night, Ubi's winning.
Yeah, I would say press conference wise, like just press conference wise, I would say like Ubisoft had like the cleaner press conference, like a more enjoyable show.
And then number 2 was obviously Devolver Digital.
Devolver Digital
Well.
is like number one in my heart, but I don't know if we can put them at the top just because
Yeah.
it was a Adult Swim sketch at 10:30.
Hopefully, I mean, I don't know. It seems also like not just Sony, but in general, these companies have tried to spread out their messaging a little bit through doing their own streams and their after streams and
yeah.
all the stuff that Sony.
Well, that's what I was
does on
gonna say,
Twitter
too.
and all
The Sony stuff we missed before
That,
Yeah.
and like if you guys remember last year, I think it was last year or 2 years ago, they just all of a sudden just like tweeted out like, oh, by the way, media players turned on.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that would have been
Oh,
something
yeah.
they could have walked out on stage and said, like,
yeah.
so like maybe there'll be something like that, or like, I felt, like last year or 2 years ago, they showed God of War, they showed Detroit, and then you guys went to appointments, and like, what'd you do? Like, oh, we watched the same thing we watched, but with somebody talking over it. And now, like,
That
maybe,
was-
now maybe you get to play Detroit. I hope you get to play Detroit.
You will. You'll play the demo that's probably on there.
Well, yeah, I'll get to.
No, I know, but it-
explain it there, but
Yeah.
that's the thing.
I just hope this
I'm
E3
gonna
is
be-
more
I'm gonna be-
hands-on.
I'm gonna be even more underwhelmed if I go into
Yeah.
one of those appointments and they're gonna sit me down and watch that
Because
trailer.
I remember you
again.
guys went to a lot of Sony appointments that were just theater appointments last year.
Yeah.
Well, like Days Gone was like the same content when I saw it last year, but they got deeper into it. Like they explained a lot more
Did
of
they
it.
put a window in Days Gone?
Well, Detroit was entirely different for me
Yeah.
last year
Yeah.
because they sat down and they went through all the scene and they went backwards and forwards. And where in
Where he veered right,
press
he veered
conference,
left.
yeah, he walked out onto the balcony. Here he stopped and he walked around the room and he did all this investigation in the room before he even went out there.
Yeah.
But there was also a time factor. He's like, you have to do this quickly if you're going to do it at all, because if you're just digging around in here,
He's gonna
that
get
guy's going to get nuts and he's going to start shooting. And he did get nuts and he shot one of the cops
Mm.
while you were still standing in there. You're like, oh shit, now I have to do something.
Did they put a window on Days Gone?
I don't remember.
Because like,
I don't think they
here's the thing
did.
that I'm wondering right now is like, what's their holiday game?
Yes.
Maybe.
That's September,
Shadow of the Colossus. No,
Uncharted.
next year.
August.
Lost Legacy's August.
Is
What?
it?
Yeah, August 23rd. Somebody in the chat told us.
Knack.
Gran Turismo, motherfucker.
I did say
That's
that.
what it is.
Yeah, the one that didn't show on stage at all.
Whatever.
Knack 2.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Is that holiday?
Oh no,
Yeah.
I think they
There's your blockbuster.
didn't they say September for next. Didn't he say September?
Oh, there'll be copies in December.
No, I know. I just want to know like what's
It's gonna be Gran Turismo.
There'll
yeah.
be plenty of
I don't-
copies in December.
All right, are we done? Are we done? Anybody else have anything to say?
You are now woke.
You're now woke.
You are woke.
Jesus.
No, I guess I just hope that like these next 3 days are more hands-on for us.
Oh yeah, I mean usually it is.
It,
Except for like bad guys sometimes. Sorry.
Yeah, we'll find out. We will find out. We gotta go over the calendar tonight, so yay. So, all right. Well, with that, folks, thanks for listening. We'll
Still awake,
talk
Emma?
about E3
Get that man
starts
a
tomorrow
Twinkie.
for us, and our appointments and everything else. So look for the next podcast tomorrow. Until then, maybe we'll try to get the stream audio fixed as well, so we're not on the camera mic. Thanks for watching, you crazy people.
oh.
Thanks for listening, you crazy people. We'll talk to you very soon. We got to play some games. Have a great one. Good night. And that's it for
Bye.
me. 5 minutes to get off the couch.
We're now awake.
You're now awake. I guess that's the title for tonight. Yeah.
Do you even take a please?
No.
Let's put Larry Wilmore on the
He called one of them take a particle last year.
Did we?
Take a particle. I remember that.
Yeah.
Bye.
Are we cleaning the mics up or?